É desse jeito, é desse jeito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. É desse jeito, é desse jeito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. Só leva chifre quem não faz amor direito. E mais um.
Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz.
Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Como ficar rico se nós tem... Como ficar rico se nós tem pensão demais? Se eu vou lá no sapo, me chama de pai. Na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu... E como ficar rico se nós...
Me faz eu me faz eu me faz eu
Mais um!
Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz.
Como ficar rico se nós tem... Como ficar rico se nós tem pensão demais? Se eu for lá no sábado, me chama de pai. Na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu...
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, today we got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels this evening. Yesterday, we actually got to do a handful of games over on the EU. Very happy with that. Had a lot of road games, which was something I'm going to have to probably edit around as best as I can. I mean, the newest one you'll see, I had to... It was a long one. I had to cut it down a little bit, keeping the good parts there. But how y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, yes. Sorry, it took me a second. I want to get my music going. You know, let's get the next one. Let's get the next song going. I wanted to get it like on point as I'm ready, and then I had to double check. Like, wait, is this the right one? Is it loud enough? All right, hopping on NA, gotta get groups listed over in the LFG Raids it's hold on my room. Raids Legacy, boys, in the yeah. Buddy, how you doing, my man? We setting up a team solo after just started. Sounds good, my man. Sounds good. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? Tyler, Stefan Wolf, how you doing, my man? Ali, how you doing, my guy? Wes, hope you're having a good one. Ready for some bangers? So am I, man. So am I. This time NA gets a chance to play EU. Got a chance last night. Today, the other homies, Rue. I gotta get Rue in here too. I think Rue actually added me on Real, didn't you? Hold on, let me see if I can. There he is. Yeah, I'm gonna hit accept. I'm gonna hit him up just so it'll make it easier to get a Rue in here. Hell yeah. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Wow, it is actually really cold in my room. I might actually have to turn the fan off because it is absolutely freezing. Hold on, it's like, you know what? No, actually the fan is not even on. I'm looking at it right now, it's right there. I'm so used to it being on. I'm just cold in general. Alright, isn't it? I guess it is still winter, isn't it? For some reason it felt like summerish recently. But also where I live, like there's not a lot of snow, it's by the beach. It's really warm most of the times. It's actually kind of freezing for the first time ever. Huh. Alright, groups are going to be listed in a sec. Once I get things set up. I'm gonna try to see what happens if I go out here and in the what's this, Duratar, because I like hanging out here usually when we get the duels going. Alrighty, listed and now we're good. Alrighty, if you guys want to join in, groups are listed. I don't know if Night King is making a group or if Rosie's making a group or what is happening. I'm gonna backpedal out. I'm just gonna backpedal. He's just pelting these guys with Moonfire. Has he killed anybody? I don't think he's got to kill anybody. He's not that guy, but he's just healing. I almost want to go and imprison him just really quickly. I feel like I'm gonna get smacked if I get over there. What's up, Necro? How you doing, guy? He just knocked that guy back. He tried to grapple over. He can't. Does he have step? He's just getting dotted. Oh no, they caught him. You know what? I'm gonna back up out of here. I want to just hang out with the homies. But looks like this druid's terrorizing things yet again. That happened last week. I couldn't do much about it. So we're just gonna go back into safety. Something like crazy here. I would love to see snow and experience snow again, man. It's been a while since I've been able to. Yeah, where I live is just, we had snow a handful of times, but not often, man. Not often. So maybe at some point we'll be able to get some kind of a decent snow and a decent real weather for a moment or two. If it comes back, I'll kill him, don't worry. Alright, sounds good, my man. Where is Night King coming online? Or is it not available for the evening? Double check in. Also, is anybody making groups as well? Hold on, or am I the only one? I'm the only one. Okay, so we're just gonna have to get through the LFG and everything and start asking around. Who do I invite normally? Bald? I feel like I keep inviting Bald, but every time he's like, doesn't really say much. He never really responds back to me. Hey friend. Hey friend. 5-5s after Everbloom. Chicago's in the queue right now. What kind of Russia lives somewhere where it doesn't snow? North Carolina, man. By the coast. Yeah, I'm not used to snow. It's nice when there's snow, but I'm not used to it anymore. I'll be there in sec 2v2. Alright, sounds good. I set up a team. Sounds good, Rosie. Sounds good, my guy. Hey, Bald. Hey, Bald. We getting 5-5 groups going. Wanna join? Big Mo. I feel like I keep asking Big Mo every single week. I haven't been having him join in a while. Hey, Blaze. We getting 5-5 and 1 going. One in. I might just have to copy paste that real quickly. Does CJ want to join in some of these? Hey, CJ. We getting. Let me do this. Let me do this. 5 and 1 duels going. Want in? Okay, I have it copy pasted to make it a little bit easier to like ask hobies. Hey, crazed llama. Here we go. That makes it a little bit easier, dude. After the solo, sounds good, my guy. Sounds good, sounds good. How else could I invite normally? Chrismic, does he want to join in by chance? What is Seabird doing in Nyalotha, man? What the hell is happening? Okay. Hey, Messiah. Let me see if he's down to join in. Who's Destroy Hope? That is Azal. Yeah, every single time I feel like I keep asking who is Azal, and I just realized later, hey, Fuzzle. Hey, who's me? There we go. Every single time I feel like I keep asking, like, who is that guy? Oh, no, I do know him. Never mind. He's a homie. Hey, Kargath. There we go. I haven't seen Kargath in these in a while, man. It's been a bit. We got one going. I can inv. Hold on a second. Tell me about 100 years a few years ago. Oh, good friend. So Crazy just recently came back. I didn't even know. In a dungeon, but I don't have one. What if you don't have one by the end? Okay. There we go. Let me know when to Alright, Kargath? Hell yeah, man. I don't think we have seen Kargath in these duels in a while. Who else could I invite? Kuros? Hold on. Hey, Kuros. Here we go. Get you in here. And Bald, I'm ready. Okay, cool. We'll get Bald in as well. And it'll work out. Am I... Did I lose the group? I think I lost the grouping. Here we go. I can't do it while somebody's queued for arenas or dungeons. Oh, that's gonna be awkward. Is it Bald that's queued for stuff? Or somebody else? I'm not sure. I'm not queued? Okay. Who is queued then? Because it wasn't me, right? Did Necro queue? Oh! Death King. Oh, he's queued for... In the mines. Wait, what do you mean by the mines? Player currently is an instance group. Is he in... Is he in a BG? Hold on. It just says mines. He's getting hit by a Death Chakram and a Hunter. Okay, I mean, I can try to see if we can put the group together without being queued for LFG, but that'll work. Hey, what's up, Mr. C? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Alright, well, I guess, okay, since I can't do this, how was I able to invite you into a group while you were already in the BG? Is that normal? Or... I'm gonna guess it is. Who else can I invite? Does Mash want to join by chance? Hey, Mash, what is he doing in Burden Steps? Huh? Hey, Sensei. Duels tonight? Let's see if he's down to join in. Chicago practice in Ellis chat? That's a good question. I am wondering if Chicago is trying to have tried any of the new tricks from the EU. I think it'd be hilarious to see. Hey, PB and J. Down, see if he wants to join in. I can also double back and see if hey. How you doing, friend? Sure. Sensei's down to join in, so that'll help us with the groups. Are you in? Are you good? We're on Arcturus. Cool. So our list, we need one more for this team, and we'll be good to go. I wonder how Rosie's doing with his. Heck yeah. Let me know when to invite. Hello, just now. Necro? Okay, Necro backed out. I'm in Rosie's group. Okay, cool. Sounds good. We'll get you in then. Chicago, get in here, dude. Let's go. You can invite now? Okay, PBJ, got you in. All right. So this group is all set. So we are good. This one set up perfectly. We're chilling, and I can make Chicago lead. That'll make it much easier. Maybe? Sounds good, man. try that that Ellie one shot if you are feeling adventurous. There we go. Listed, by the way. Sounds good. Hockeys, by the way. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. Hockeys, there's another group available right now. Over for the 5V5 1v1 Duels with Rosie. They're looking for extra bodies. If you want to join him, that'd be great. Hey, how's it going? What's up, Mr. Antrax? Hope you're having a good one. Where's the queue at? We got the queue. You got to join the other group, though, because this one is already set up and everything. I didn't set it up. I can go over the combo if you want, but it's up to you. I'm really heavily mastering enhanced. I'm not sure if I can pull it off as Ellie. Yeah, it's a haste thing with Ellie since you combo LBs easily with Stormkeeper plus power. What is that? Overwhelming power, I think it's called. It doesn't show up on the rest of Shaman, does it? If I look at the talents, do I? No, you're enhanced. Okay, what's that one talent that shows up on Elemental? It's like when you press Earth Shock, your next Lightning Bolt or whatever ability. What's it called, dude? I'm gonna look it up, actually. It's, man, Overloaded? I don't remember what it is. Any space for me? Yeah, actually, Hockeys. Which one are you, by the way, Susie? Are you Hockeys or are you... There is spots with Rosie, so you're more than welcome to join them. It is called Surge of Power. Surge of Power is what I was looking for. Surge of Power. With that button, you get a lot of the free lightning bolts. Surge of power. We got Makima in and all the other homies. Ice Cube, what the hell is Ice Cube? Hold on a second. Ice Cube. Alright, join Rosie, because this team is all full and ready to go. This team is filled. We got 6 here. But if you join Rosie, you'll be able to join him in easily. Whoever Ice Cube is, join Rosie real quick. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna delist. Join Team Rosie. I'm gonna make Chicago lead. It'll be fun. It'll be good. But yeah. Surge of power, yes, that is the one surge of power, yeah. Join Rosie, awesome. So we need, I think, one more for Team Rosie, right? This group is set. Other team needs like +1 and we good to go. I think they need a +1, right? Or just about one more. Let me see if I can find you. Are you guys set? Ready? Yo, hold on. We actually got groups. Yo, easy boys. All right, invite spectator match. How you doing, by the way, Skills? Hope you're having a good one. Spectator match. Rosie and Chicago 5. We'll go with another. Did I mess it up? Rosie, I messed up your name. I can't spell apparently. Oh my god, I'm misspelling it so hard. It's a haste thing with the elemental since you combo lightning bolts easily with yeah. Wait, did I just read my own message to Chicago? I did, didn't I? You have so many good names, can't wait for the show, dude. It's actually so good. We just gotta get are we waiting for one more? Something happened? Try again? Okay, we'll go again with the grand. And hopefully it'll work. We'll see if we get my boy Chill Pills, my boy Parasite, and my boy Seavark in here at some point tonight, hopefully. We'll see how it goes, if they're around or whatnot. Is this not working? Okay, I guess it's just broken. Good. Oh, good that it broke. Glad. But yeah. Man. God, I love doing duels over on the NA, because I feel like sometimes NA does take a second to get started, but a lot of the times, like, it's not nearly as like long and arduous and strenuous as EU. I don't know what's going on, man. I miss the homies on EU, dude. I miss our regulars. On NA, we got just about everybody that's a regular, dude. We even got Sensei in here, man. Windwalkers are top right now, but I feel like we barely get it to see any. We did get on the EU Duel join in a couple of times, but yeah, hopefully we'll see more Windwalkers, man. I want to see him play. Twitch. Team 2 missing a guy. Hopefully they'll just load in just a second or two. We got Blood Dagger over for the Team 1, ready to go. On that team, we got Hawk and Shadow hiding in, wait, not hiding, he's actually the Tauren? I was gonna say he's hiding inside of the Tauren. He is the Tauren. Ice Cube with this team, we got Necro as well as Rosie. And it looks like Blood is going to be first up. Chicago first up over for the Team 2. They are missing a 5th guy. I think it is Skills. Hopefully he'll be able to load in a bit. We got Death King over here with Makima as well as Sensei joining back in over on the Windwalker, which is such a good spot. Sunder to Blood Dagger. I think last time those two dueled each other, it was Chicago getting blasted, but this time Chicago's the one doing the blasting. Blood Dagger catching himself with a quick shadow step. Sepsis, secret technique onto Chicago. Might have to go for a wall here. Is going to take a load of damage. Trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Blood Dagger does vanish in a quick reset, and Chicago able to recover a lot of health. Almost anticipating the rogue going for an interrupt, trying to be very careful with their cast. And Blood back it up out of the completely. As soon as you know that the rogue is behind the wall, you're chilling. Is the flame shock still on you? No, it is completely gone for Chicago. It's gonna come down to proper use of a trinket, proper use of a wall, and then catching the rogue out and making sure that making sure to punish him back into the restyle. The eyes should be spawning, I think, in a couple of minutes here. For Blood, taking it very slow, had himself an opener, but looks like got it completely turned around, and Chicago did not really commit too many defenses there. That was quite a lot of damage out of the rogue. So Chicago should feel pretty confident here. No sepsis for a while, I don't think, unless it's coming up very soonish. Eyes should be spawning, I believe, in like 10 seconds? 5 seconds, somewhere between those two. Shadow Blades by the rogue, got himself an opener. Knockback by Chicago, does not disrupt the rogue at all. Got himself sepsis. So he does actually go for the advantage just to get the sense and everything back up. He doesn't have an out unless you can try to melt. Does go for a Thunder Stun right around the corner. Double stun on the rogue. Does catch it with a Earth Elemental joining in. Cloak of Shadows for Blood Dagger. As long as you Flame Shock him before he comes from behind the pillar, he will not be able to catch an easy reset. And Chicago just continuing just to pound the pressure, pound the damage into the rogue. Catch a little Frost Shock into a Shadow Step blind, but gets rid by the totem. Has to break the blind one way or another. Get a shot. Oh, it's going to be a trinket out of Chicago with a cheap shot to follow. Knocking the rogue. He's not going behind the pillar. He's trying to stay aggressive. Chicago trying to see if he can maybe stabilize here. That's a lot of damage taken by the rogue. It's going to try to go for a kick. Maybe just cast and heals in his face. Or maybe just try to see if he can go for a easy kick out of the rogue. But does end up bailing away with a win. That was barely won that too. Chicago having to fight versus Hockey's though. There's a big old Tauren rogue. I really do like the fact that Tauren can finally be rogues. They really do look good. Wait. Wait. Come on, man. He's already dead. Oh my god. He's actually just got every single toy to do to desecrate his body. Man, it's just so small. Come on. He's a little guy. Oh, what is this, Hackers? Oh my goodness. The assassin came in. Deathmark. I think it was the fattest Envenom I've ever seen or something. And then just vanished as Chicago just ticked out in a couple of bleeds. Can you do this again? I don't think you'll be able to do that for a while now. Sensei better be careful. At least he knows there's no death mark out of the rogue this time around. So should be hopefully alright. Cheap shot opener as he's getting his bleed set in. Sensei does cap him in a quick in cap. Leg shift to follow. Could be a trick. It does get a trick out of Hockey's. That's an opportunity for the rogue to catch a reset. Sensei bleeding out profusely. Look at this man's health. He might actually have to play very, very defensive for a bit. And that's exactly what he's having to do. Playing very, very defensive as Hockey's just back there playing with the win. As Sensei needs to get a good approach. Kid a shot. That's going to be a full set of dots back up for Hockey's. Does not have advantage for this one. So he might be in a bad spot. Just sets Sensei bleeding. Hits him with a shiv and just backs up out of there. He's just waiting until he gets himself a full go. Deathmark back up in about a minute or two. So if he just takes for about a minute, I don't think Sensei will be able to respond to the burst. Especially if you're going for a full stun Deathmark and you vanish out like you did with Chicago. What do you got to karma? You can't karma anything. So for Sensei, human racial, normal trinket might have to be the play. For Hockey's, he's just fine waiting out, camping out. Eyes are up for either side. Sensei has an opportunity to catch one of those and hopefully find the rogue potentially. But Hockey's on the approach with a quick sap. 30 seconds of the death mark. I do wonder if he's going to pop out of stealth or if he's literally just going to wait 30 seconds until his big cooldowns are up. Because technically, you don't really need to do much. I guess he could just wait, right? That's his win condition. It's just death mark. For Sensei, I might put him in a situation where he might want to pick up the eyes. Because if he can catch the rogue, if he can get the damage going, he might not have to play into the defensive position, but maybe just a counter-offensive position instead. Got to be death mark back up. For Hockey's, has himself an opportunity. Full stuns onto Sensei. Full death mark. Doesn't go for the karma. Might have to go for the karma. Hockey's could just cloak it. Hold on a second. Does go for the cloak. Death mark is still going through. Hold on. Does Sensei die? Oh my god. The blades. Hockey's just. Oh my goodness. The blade damage. All he had to do is cloak it. Just what I was thinking. Like maybe he might want to pick up the eyes there. That's very, very aggressive. That's going to be a big opener. Mock him out in the open versus Hockey's. The man not feeling all that. What are you cold-blooding, by the way? What is he cold-blooding? An Envenom? Actually, maybe he is cold-blooding Envenom. Double TF is this. So this is Assassination Rogue. Puts up full bleeds. Death marks, so the bleeds are doubled up. He's running full bleed build with Dance. That's also giving him 10% more damage. And he snapshots those bleeds inside of Dance. So they do the most amount of damage. They get Rupture, double Ruptures. Every rupture, I think double ruptures also put an extra bleed, and when the enemy is at 10% health, if those dots do more damage than his health bar, if it's at 10%, it's an immediate execute. Nothing you can do about it. Cloak, just to remove the karma completely. Makima in the middle, and Hockey's actually was able to recuperate quite a lot of cooldowns just now. Deathmark in about a minute, trinket available, but it's a bit of a stealthy badge. Just pick up the eye. Makima should be able to spot Hockey's if he is careful. Should see Makima crossing down the middle. Is he? Did he caught it? I think caught him. I think he knows exactly where he's at. If he can get himself a gouge opener, trying to finalize him out in the open, it's going to be cheap shot. Does have a trinket. Blind. Makima does not burn a trinket himself. Does have a cloak of shadows for the death mark, so he might be okay. If Akis can somehow get the cloak of shadows out of Makima early, he might be alright. Does go for the disarm as the secret technique comes out. Going to be disarm back into Haki's. Just needs to get himself a little bit of a just a little bit of a breather. Needs to go for some kind of dots into Makima. If he has himself sepsis, that might be enough to actually get Makima to use a cloak of shadows. Does go for the human racial. Will not have an out anymore. Has himself an evasion. Worse than Bahakis for just a second. Goes in for a shift. Try to see if he can back up out of there. Has himself the death mark if necessary. If he can lock down Makima with the death mark and stun him back to back, as long as Makima does not press cloak of shadows once death mark is in, he actually will melt him. There is a win condition. It's a little bit harder to achieve. Does go for big damage. Does not have achieved death. Hawkins needs to make a play. Cloak of shadows up right now. Makima goes for a reset. Is he still out? Is he dotted? No, he's not dotted. So right now, Hawkins does not have a trinket. Makima just burns stuns back into the guy. Right now, Hawkins still needs to get himself a proper stun onto Makima, full dots, and keep locking him down in stuns. And I think that's like the only way he's really going to be able to win right now. Otherwise, he might be actually in a bit of trouble with the fact that he doesn't have a cheat death. Makima's cheat death might save him. Not the first time we've seen Rogue cheat death just do nothing. Oh my god, I just realized it's such a stealth duel, dude. It's just so, it's just stealthies. Oh my god. Normally I'm so over sub-rogue stealth duels in particular, but once an assassination joins in, man, I am always interested to see, like, how is he gonna one-shot this guy? Is he gonna one-bang him? Is he just gonna obliterate him? Every single time, man. It's just something about assassination. That or outlaw. I think it's just because we don't see them that much in duels. Haki's picking up the eye. If he can get himself a proper opener with a kidney shot, maybe he wins this. If he's careful where Makima is at, might be okay. I think he knows. I think he knows where Makima is at. He knows. He knows. The question is, does he get himself the proper angle though? Can he do it? Sab by Makima. Haki's out in the open. Does have a trinket. Makima does not have human racial, so this is where Haki's could have himself a proper go. Does trinket blind. Makima can respond. Potentially good setup. Evasion, kidney shot to follow. Haki's does get hit with a disarm. Has himself an evasion of his own. Makima will not be able to respond here whatsoever. If Haki's can get himself a good setup, blind onto Haki's right now, Makima will not be able to catch a clean reset. Still potentially decent go for Haki's gouge. Still puts you in combat. Dance available. Cheap shot. Very, very DR'd. Hold on. Haki's, if you get some full bleeds, stun. Hold on a second. Wait, he's doing it. This boy is doing it. Wait a second. Cloak last second. Makima is left with no health whatsoever. Removing bleeds and poisons. Barely surviving it. That cheat death does keep you alive. Haki's, are you still bled up? No. No. It could be anyone's game right now. Haki's no trinket. Makima with the human racial coming back up very, very soon. Haki's hanging out by the eyes. Actually, I think Haki's could win this. He doesn't have cheat death. That's like the only thing that I'm afraid of for him. Because if Makima goes in for a full go, I think Haki's does lose. But, dude. Wait, yeah, I'm surprised he actually lived. That cheap shot lockdown thing was perfect. Cheat death barely saved him just enough to get a cloak of shadows off. Haki's picking up the eye. If he's careful, Makima should probably be able to get a sap on him. Haki's, if you... I don't know what you can do in this situation. Can you vanish when you pick up the eye? I think technically you can, can't you? He does have dance going up, so maybe an opportunity to make something happen. Makima with the human racial should be good. Does get the sap. Haki's at least at full health. Makima is still a little bit behind. Hold on a second. Is this just going to be this rogue one-shot thing? Is that all this is going to be? First duel of the day is just assassination rogue, just absolutely running amok. Like, Makima gets the opener, but he doesn't want to go in. He actually does not want to go in. He doesn't have cheat death. He is actually just would rather not. I think the ball's in Haki's court right now. What is happening? Normally some rogue is just so much deadlier than this, but Makima does not want to touch him at all. Haki's just out here phantomizing. The other eye is available. I don't know if he's gonna take it, man. At this point, I don't even know. Like, who do you think wins this at this point? Makima or the assassin rogue Haki's, boys? I think subtlety normally would win it, right? Get himself an opener. There's no sap. There's no cheat death. He should be good. Just avoiding him entirely. And Haki just spam Phantomize. Wait, hold on. If you spam Phantomize right now, we'll get him out. Makima hanging out by the eye. If only Haki's knew, dude. If only Haki's knew. Makima's getting everything back. Cloak, everything. He's not going to play with it. Not going to play around whatsoever. He doesn't have cheat death, so if he's not careful, he still might get done. Haki's just spinning, dude. Hold on a second. What if you guys gonna fight each other? This is where I would love to have control of 5v5 1v1 duels, where I could just hit disable and stealth. You can no longer vanish, can no longer stealth. And now they see each other, they have to fight each other, they have to burn dances in order to CC one another with saps. You know, it's like you have to make a play. Cloak, no trinket, rather blind onto Makima with it, something to follow for Hawkins. That's an opportunity to maybe make it go. But Makima does go for the evasion, try to see if he can dodge him. Hawkins with a evasion of his own, Makima with a blind. Will not be able to catch a reset though. You will not be able to ever. Shadow Step does fairly nice just to keep in combat, just building up comp points. If you Kiddish up, Makima has a human racial, does burn it. Cheap shot into Hawkins, big secret technique. Is this enough though? Hawkins still has himself a big go. Cloak shots for Cloak. Makima Cloak super early. Hold on. If you keep him in combat, just dot him up and then Deathmark. There's nothing you can do. Does get him dotted. Should be aware that the rogue is nearby. It cheap shot, DR'd heavily. Makima getting bled up right now. Hawkins, this is the opportunity to have a big go. Hold on, cheap shot. Makima, I think, just dies. Hold on a second. Does go for the bandage just to get himself even more damage. Snipe and then swipe in the wind yet again. Are you kidding me? With Death King gonna be up next. Disarm immediately got himself grippy hand. Hawkins got nothing left. I don't think he even has an evasion either. I think this is gonna be the Death Knight taking it. Yeah, I really wish Team 2 did have their 5th. I'm missing out skills, but for Death Knight, he's like the only one left. Though the game is, with those rogue duels, went into heavy dampener. Is Ice Cube not next? Is it Ice Cube supposed to be, or is it Necro? I'm not even sure. Or is it Rosie? Looks like the mage, I guess, is just gonna have to go. I'm not even sure if he is supposed to go, but he kind of has to. Death King, I think, is just trying to take the momentum onto anyone else he can. Does get an Ice Cube, Ice Block out of Ice Cube, which is a force. Does do quite a bit of damage though. Death King not looking all that good health-wise. An Ice Cube having to wait this out, not getting any healing at 70% dampening. That's what happens when you have rogue games like these, man. Hawkins was not gonna give that other guy a shot whatsoever unless the mage got summoned right now. Does end up getting clubbered by the pets. It looks like Necro. I don't even know if Necro is supposed to be next, by the way. I don't even know if Necro is actually supposed to be next up in the duel. They just get pulled out by Death King because he just wants to take whatever momentum he's got, whatever healing he's got, and take it on to the next player. I don't even know if maybe Rosie is supposed to be dueling him, but Rosie just kind of letting him tussle it out. Necro really doesn't want to fight him. Really doesn't want to fight him. Scatter to follow, force into it, death shock him, might give you a decent opportunity here. Needs to give him some big rapid fire kill shot, might just do him in, got himself the IBF, but it's barely keeping him alive, cannot really do much right now, trying to stay super aggressive, but does end up getting rapid fired. Hawkins, how many did you kill there? 3? He does kill 3. My goodness, dude. The amount of burst damage Assassin can do once you put your dots on a death mark, it is terrifying. It is actually just terrifying. Let's get ourselves another go, boys. Try to see if we can get ourselves a 5th over for Team Chicago. Chicago or Rosie, let me know if you guys need more bodies. Let me know if you need more bodies. I can join in and try to see if I can go through my real ID. Try to see if we can get you guys homies. After Rogue is supposed to go. Oh yeah? Or was it? I think the DK was just trying to keep momentum going since it's so high dampener. Yeah, I can't really blame him for just keeping the games going, just pulling the next guy he sees nearby. You know? How many are we at? 440? Okay, not 470, but 460. 461 on an A. Jesus. Yeah, EU is gonna have to get some catch up going. But yeah, Rose. I kind of guess with you looking at him like in a feral or in a travel form, but I think the DK would just try to like grab whoever he could, just keep the momentum going for as best as possible. I don't blame him at all. Once you get into that high dampening as a DK, you just don't really have much, so you just like keep it rolling as best you can. Groups are going to be listed in LFG Raids Legacy Boys Chicago. Got Kargath and PB&J in there. Who else can I invite to the groups? Actually, what was I in my list? I think I had Nicholas, PB&J, Tank. Hey, Duels NA. See if he's down to join in. And I can see if maybe Seawork wants to join in. Is he around? I saw him earlier in a... Here we go. Saw him earlier in a Naya. He is a Naya Lotham. Check. Hold on. Blood Dagger. He's already in. Okay, cool. Those after Naya. I want to see if he's down to join it or not. Who else do I see here? Big Mo is still on Blackrock Hold, so he's just chilling. Basically, I knew the email summon. All good, all good. All good, all good. Understandable. Understandable, friend. No worries. Let me see if, Chills is around tonight. Where's he at? Here we go. What's my group? Okay. I can take over. Hey. Hey, Duels tonight? I'm gonna ask Chills in Discord, see if he's down to join in or not. What's up, mock show? Okay. Sounds good, my guy. You can play whatever you feel like, friend. Did I ever ask Cryptic? I don't think I did. He's the Ruins of Lordaeron. A Cryptic. See if he's down to join it or not. That's kind of trolling me, huh? What, the Rogue Duel or the DK grabbing? I mean, yeah, kind of, but I don't blame him really. I can't really blame him. Hey, Rue. See if he's down to join it or not. Because we'll need a 2 more and we'll be good to go. If you guys want to join in, by the way, good to list it over in Raids Legacy. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. Let's get Ruin. And we'll need Uno Mas Chaos. Okay, cool. Is Chaos? That's you? Okay, that's Kargath. Cool. That's Kargath switching over. So we'll still need a +1. And we'll be good to go. I keep this on here. Try to keep track of my BNet list as best as I possibly can, man. But it just ain't no way it's gonna be easy. Ain't no way it's gonna be easy. Who else am I missing? Kevin. Hold on. Does he want to join in? Hey, Kevin. Duels tonight? I know that Kevin's been playing a lot of SOD, man. He's been super into it, but I still want to ask him either way, though. Still want to see if the homie maybe wants to join in for a match or two, because that'd be fun. But yo, dude, the Rogue Duels. Why did we? Yesterday we had Grifka running amok with 1v4s for a couple of matches in a row too. It was actually incredible, just like the luck of his rolls. And then here we are starting off with starting off with a Rogue Duel immediately. I said the dueling thing would be fun, but next to impossible servers are split. Yeah, if there was a cross faction, I think SOD duels would be a ton of fun. But yeah, because they want to preserve like a whole like server identity thing, it would be very difficult. The only way you'd be able to make it work is if you play on like the most popular server. You know what I mean? But yeah, SOD is like addicting. Does Quick want to join Duels? Hey, Quick. Let me ask Quick real quick. And double check who I asked, so I didn't ask. I asked Mash earlier, right? Silent? Yo, get in here, my guy. Get in here, my boy. As soon as Chaos is back, to get you guys going. As soon as he's back, I would run people days in a Warlock SOD. I feel like it'd be very difficult to like tune. I guess you wouldn't really be able to make rules on like what classes, like normally I have a rule of like no tanks allowed, but SOD is just so weird. You wouldn't really be able to make those kind of rules or anything, right? At least I don't think you'd be able to. Alrighty, team ready? Double checking with Rosie. Otherwise, we should be good to go. Make Chicago lead. We should hopefully be able to get some slammers in here. Zero remorse for running my hunted down SOD. Dude, I don't know how would Rogue. I guess you would have to have all the ruins and all the specs and everything like available, right? I think that's like the only way to make it like even, yeah? Good? Okay, cool. We are ready, boys. Yeah, I guess with SOD, maybe you would have to make some kind of rules eventually, but I wouldn't really know off the top of my head, like what would you make? Let's do a hook point, just to switch it up a little bit. You know, OP tank builds for real? Yeah. In SOD? Dude, I gotta play. I should probably play tank class at some point. I should get a shaman tank. Because I heard that those guys are really good. And they look really, really fun with like the AoE and frontal cone damage they do. And the shield spec and whatnot. I also want to explore like what talents would even run to like go tanky. I haven't even got to look at those whatsoever. I think the only class I'll really get to look at is like Hunter and Rogue. Like very little bit of Hunter and very little bit of Rogue. But you know what? Maybe I should level some more characters in SOD. That's what would be easiest way to explore them. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 to go with Blood Dagger as well as Hawk is going back in. The deathly Assassination Rogue. Ice Cube on this team with Necro in the back as well as a Rosie with Chaos joining in as a Demonology Warlock. I was going to say Destruction. I really do like this set. That looks so good. The shoulders, one of them being the, not TBC shoulder, is it? Oh wait, is it TBC shoulder? Maybe? I'm not even sure. I don't remember what, I know the shoulders go down, but that's what I don't remember. I know the hat is like WAD. Maybe is this WAD too? I'm not even sure. Makima gonna be first up as a Rogue versus Rosie. Starting off with a little bit of an arcane shield. Not much you can really do about it. Over there in team 2, Silent Kush in the back with Chicago as well as DJ. I'm gonna go with DJ. I think that'll be easier. Random AoE swipes out of Rosie. Does get hit with the sap trinkets. Maybe a little bit too aggressive of a trinket. He's playing a feral druid. Could get locked down. Makima does go for the human racial too. Evasion to follow cheap shot. Does he himself the biggest go? Rosie might just have to tank up. Bunker down, goes into bear form. Bark skin might be looking at a wall here potentially, but he's just living while in bear form. As soon as Makima trying to retreat, trying to see if he can pounce on him, and again, full bleeds up, gouged by Makima. Not taking the most amount of bleed damage right now. Ferozi does need to get a full setup. That is going to be Frenzy. Massive bite. Makima is just going to be melted. Cloak to see if he can get out of there immediately. Big defensive use out of the Rogue to clear himself off of the bleeds. And for Rosie, no trinket. Makima, no trinket. Cheat death still available for the Rogue. I don't think there's evasion available either of them. So for Makima, it really needs to go for the hit and runs. Opener, blast out as much damage as possible, retreat, get the hell out of dodge as soon as possible. I don't really know what else I could really do in that kind of a situation. But for Rosie, also kind of a rough situation too. Feral Druids don't really live in a stone super well. So it'll really come down to the cooldown usage. That or whoever picks up the eyes first, which should be coming up, I think in about a minute or two. There, actually, never mind, not even a minute. But in literally seconds, Rosie immediately gunning for the eyes. Should see Makima's right around the corner. Does get him knocked out of the opener. Cheap shot by Makima. Perfect opportunity to have a go. Secret technique. Gormo's bite. Kidney shot. Not getting the most amount of damage into Rosie. Bash reversal. Gouge perfectly does end up stopping the bash though. Is going to go for the main. Perfect opportunity to get full bleeds up. Shadow blades by Makima. That's where Rosie going for the defensive sepsis to follow. Makima looking for the entire reset. Just letting the dots rot down Rosie. Taking a few hits as long as he's feeling confident about the regrowth. Makima is going to end up backing up out of there completely. And it's going to be a knockdown of stealth thing due to the bleeds. Maybe for Rosie an opportunity to just stealth, sprint around the corner, tiger dash, and then maybe catch the Rogue potentially. Second eye is available too, behind Makima. But it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a bit of one of the stealthy duels, I think. We need a warrior, healer, no paladin. Imagine if warriors did get a healing rune over in SOD at some point, like in next phase. That would be interesting. I don't know how that would work. Then we need to give them like fresh new abilities, kind of like the arcane mage healer in SOD. But I don't think that'll function well. I mean, at least I have a hard time imagining how it'll function. You know what I mean? Rosie out in the open, trying to see if he can bait out Makima, but the Rogue actually waiting for every single cooldown. Cloak, human racial. Are you actually gonna wait for 30 seconds? Rosie, you might just want to pick up eyes, man. He more or less knows more. He more or less can guess what the Rogue might be. Or maybe Makima just waiting for him to pop out of feral form? Or bear form, rather? I mean, possibly. Makima does not want to open. I'm actually very surprised I've been seeing so many more Rogues just like hang back and not open up until they have like every cooldown available. Especially with how strong subtlety is. You don't really need to be sitting and sell that much. I guess it is safer, but you'll notice it'll need it. Immediate trick out of Rosie, very aggressive, mock him over the human racial, gouge right after, looking for a reset. There goes the vanish, no longer has a vanish anymore. I think there's still bleed on you, right? No, I'm surprised you actually was able to avoid a thrash there. I thought that would have reached you. I thought the angle, the radius of the ability is quite wide. But for Makima, no trick available. If Rosie picks up the eyes, if he's careful, he should see Makima right around the corner. Should be able to catch him. Catch his blood dagger by accident. I'm not sure. or wait, who's running a blood dagger? Or it might have been somebody else that wrote. Was it blood dagger? Was it Rosie? Somebody wrote a blood dagger. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Chicago actually. Does have eyes? Did you see the rogue though? No. Does hit him with a sap. Is Makima actually gonna go full reset? What are you waiting for? Reset. Shrink at 3 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes by now. 40 seconds on Shadow Blades? Oh my goodness. Rosie, you might just have to get aggressive with the eyes. I don't think this guy's gonna open up unless he has literally everything. Barskin is Makima trying to have himself go with cheap shot into a kidney shot lockdown, bashed by the druid. Maybe an opportunity. Cyclone onto Makima does give him a chance to go for the next finisher. Is gonna end up being a Feral Frenzy. Trying to get himself that opener. Gouge missing. Cheap shot right to super DR. Could be potentially big bleeds. Does go for the Cloak of Shadows. Perfect opportunity for Rosie to still go for big bleeds. Has himself a wall and everything actually available in case he needs to. Makima try to see if he can back up out of it. Does Rosie chase? I think it might just have to do the chase, man. I think it might just actually have to pursue the rogue. Otherwise, I don't think he's ever going to go full on Hambo on you. No cloak. So all the bleeds he put up are actually going to be able to stick. Full set of dots, full frenzy. Makima trying to go for Shadow Strikes. Evasion's available, but the dots are in. Emergency healing for Rosie, trying to see if he can lock him down with stones back to back. Have himself a cold blood with the Gormos. I don't think it really does that much damage. That or Rosie's able to heal it. Makima going in for a bit of that borrowed health with a blind gouge follow. Rosie does have a trinket coming up last second here, but he's not going to end up burning it. Question is though, does Makima have dots still? Because if he has dots, maybe you could catch him. I think there's maybe a ticket dot. No, actually clean. Just a clean reset. All right. I didn't expect for Rogue Duels to be the first thing we see for the day, boys. Honestly, I'm actually very, very surprised. Especially like with subtlety. The fact that the Rogue spec, you can just one-shot somebody if you play correctly. So I'm surprised people playing the safe. Although dampening is going to suck, I think, for Chicago as a particular. Also for Demon Hunter, because they actually do need the healing. Rosie try to see if he can catch up to Makima. Does go for the stun. Trinket just getting a little impatient. Maybe does get the bash. Full set of bleeds. No clock for Makima. So if Rosie just commits the full set of dots, Makima trying to go counter offensive here. But I don't really know if he ends up winning this one. He does have a vanish in case he wants to escape. Rosie get himself super low. Big bite into Makima. Does go for the vanish. And I think he's still bleeding out though. Rosie, oh no, the Cloak of Shadows does remove it. For Rosie, it's a question of, yeah, I don't think he can get aggressive. I think he's gonna back up out of there. Are they gonna fight for the whole night? I have no idea, Fuji. I have no clue. Kick this guy out? Who, Makima or Rosie? Because I feel like Rosie's tried his very best. It's gonna be a sap, kidney shot to follow, dots pop in a bear form, gives himself at least a little bit of defense. Makima having himself, I don't even know how many openers you've gotten so far. How many chances you've had. I'd stop counting at some point. 20th maybe? 10th? I don't know. What would be a fair number? 8? At the very least, it's going to be Rosie backing up out for just a second. Does have Heart of the Wild. Could use the defensively. Might actually just want to use Heart of the Wild defensively. Makima is still dotted. If you can keep him in combat, that would be huge. Kidney shot? Barskin? Makima is not committed to that kidney shot at all. Gao just wants to find his reset Shadow Step just to run away. Wait, are you still dotted? I don't think you're gonna catch yourself an easy reset though. Are you dotted? You are dotted. Rosie, no! Rosie got sad. Wait, hold on. Do you have Moonfire? You're just trying to regrowth. That's the best that you can do. Are there dots in you, or you just actually just lived it? Actually just waited it all out completely. Kick Rogue? Dude, I can't kick Rogue. This Makima is playing like a pussy. Dude, Chad, come on. Be nice. Give him a chance. Makima's just cooking. Chad, Makima's just cooking. Makima just cooking. What is taking so long? I really don't know. Like, we've watched subtlety rogues in these arenas all the time. I don't think players, a lot of sub rogues, maybe like newer players, realize just how strong the spec is if you just all in the enemy. A lot of them end up playing super safe, like Grifko and EU, but like, You don't have to, that's the thing. Makima getting stunned up, cycled by Rosie, does get dotted, has to go healing for it. Do you have a way to cleanse the dot? Trying to go for cyclone, maybe he'll be able to get himself an opener. Trying to go for the big Feral Frenzy, trinket to follow, does get himself a frenzy. Makima, Cloak Shot is coming up very, very soon. Needs to land a stun onto Makima to make sure the dots are locked in and secured. Does have a cloak, could just remove those dots. Rosie barely at any health, try to see if he can back up out of there. Makima not willing to burn a defensive just yet. Into a gouge, looking for the reset. Bleeds, I think at this point should be waning. Rosie try to catch up whatever health they can. Heart of the Wild is being used. Try to see if he can go. Healy does knock the rogue out of stealth in a quick succession. Kiddish shot to follow. Blades available. Makima, if this is the opportunity to maybe score a kill, I think now's the time. It's going to be Bear from trying to go for a kick. There goes the clone. Actually does land the kick on the clone. With advantage to follow, using advantage very aggressively. Rosie and Bear from trying to get whatever healer they can. Cyclone does get interrupted yet again because of the advantage. Get a shot. Makima does let him get into a kill. At the 9-minute mark though, Makima, I love you buddy, but at the 9-minute mark, I am not sure what's happening. Oh my goodness. Please God, don't let this rogue win. Oh no, dude, Rosie, I think they did the very best they could. Very, very, very best they could. Hawk is there is on problem, man. I think he knows he could just one bang Makima. Trinkets just to get him dotted. He's being the chat's hero. He's expressing the impatience of the chat right now, just to try to see if he can get a kill. Makima Cloak of Shadows, using Cloak of Shadows right now. That bodes bad news for him. Evasion right now. Hawkins does get himself a setup. Evasion right now for Makima. Got him some sepsis, missing it completely. Deathmark does connect. Hold on. Cheat death. Cheap shot. Hold on. He does a cheat. They're just gonna restun him again. Oh, chat, you have yourself the hero to quell these subtle rogues back into the shadows. It is Hawkins Shadowy, the Tauren rogue you never expected to be your champion, but he is the champion. He is the champion of the chat. With DJ gonna be up next, goes in for a Sam Blind, just so go teabag in the rogue. You don't need to teabag Makima like that. Oh my god, cheap shot, full dots are up. DJ not in a great spot, trying to see if he can get some dots and damage back onto Hawkins. Does go for the hunt. Cloak shadows for the rogue, bailing out of there. Hawkins just needs a little bit until a full kidder shot. If you can just keep the dots rolling on DJ, that's quite a bit of damage. 56% dampening. You aren't healing anything right now. Cheap shot, very DR'd. Hawkins still trying to see if he can go in with some damage into a full fear. Big blade dance. Demon Hunter doesn't have wiping out. It's so rough, man. You're still dotted. You're still taking quite a bit of damage though. Ice Cube trying to see if he can go for barrages on him. Is going to land a stun. The earlier you can get aggressive as a DH, the better it's going to be for you. Does not get the interrupt on a poly. It does let him recover a little bit of health though. Actually, a decent bit of recovery. The slows are going to be brutal. Ice Cube does have himself ult at times, so he's going to be able to reverse it. Goes in for a hit and run. As a Demon Hunter, this is where you want to maximize the damage. Actually backs up out of there. He does have defensives. He does have immunity. He can go for the eventual retreat in order to create a situation where he can get himself some CC protection, but has to go for a bit of that immunity. Ice Cube still has himself fully loaded up damage, arcane power at the ready. So for DJ, he needs to go for the hit and run. He needs to make sure those stuns land. Does get the stun. Needs to get the blade dance. Try to go for the sigil. Doesn't quite connect. Doesn't give himself the cleave, but doesn't have the mobility. He's just gonna get chipped away by those missiles into a barrage. There's not much you can do. Once you weren't able to get yourself mobility to stay on that blink, to counter the blink, there's only so much you can get done in that moment. Chaos is up next. 64% dampening. You ain't healing nothing. So for Ice Cube, if you are going to want to try to get yourself even a modicum of healing, is that the mix that we normally listen to? No, it's not. Hold on, I don't know what happened. Duels mix list kind of gone. Oh, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Hello? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. That was weird. Stun has to go for Ice Block. There's nothing much you can do. He has to go into Ice Cube, man. My goodness. Like I said in Bear forever because he doesn't want to lose. Dude, yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. That was basically a Guardian Druid gameplay instead of Feral Druid gameplay. It's rough, man. And the thing is about sub-rogues, they don't really even need to sit and style this much to win. Like, it's you're not underpowered like you used to be in some of the earlier expansions. You could just go in all ham. You could do a lot of damage. I think you just drop the Gormos Bite and you pick up someone else instead of that, but because I don't see a lot of people who play Gormos Bite. But definitely Sepsis' secret technique eviscerate thing, it's a lot of damage. Ice Cube, not a lot of health available. Chaos, I think is going to be able to get the win just for the pets, as they do end up clobbering him. Blood Dagger, Necro are the last ones on that team 1. If Chaos is able to maybe get a counter for the Rogue, does go for the port, dropping down the Fell Lord, and is gonna go for the knockdown due to the Axe Toss. He's ready. He's prepared to counter the Rogue with another knockdown with the Tyrant. Blood has to disappear. Doubter stay in, take a lot of physical damage. Cloak Shot is helping him. Big knockdown. I think just goes down either way. Mortical. Oh, cheat death there. Chaos just brought the house down on the Rogue. Literally collapsed everything around onto this man. That was amazing. But with Necro getting the opener right now, unless you got a port, that's a lot of damage. Big, what is a sniper shot into a silence. Death shock him, ripping right through behind the pillar. Death kill shot away from just dying. And that's gonna be a Sentinel. He could see you through the wall. Nothing you could do. They literally did everything to bring down a Rogue. And at that point, like, you just have nothing left. Silent Kush charging in, immediate cheap shot, trying to see if he can get himself a big go. Necro, not a lot of health available. I think there's just nothing you can do. Damping it super high, 14-minute long game. How did we get into that kind of a long game? Chaos getting 2. How did Chaos get 2? I mean, I'm glad that Chaos got 2, but like, I'm just surprised like how the whole entire duel went. My goodness, Chicago gone? Okay, we'll swap out Chicago for someone. All right, chilled. Are you around today, by the way? Because I got a spot if you want to join in. We got a group, man. We got a spot just for you if you want in. Chicago's out for the night. I'm actually sad. I miss Chicago, man. I miss Chicago. One sec. We are needing +1 and we good. Down with the Rogues, man. Dude, I am a Rogue main, and I like how Rogues are strong. Like, nobody's gonna argue if you say Rogues are pretty strong this patch, right? No one get that Rogue out of here. I'm gonna let Makima play, but Makima, you don't really need to. I feel like you would have been able to win that duel and fight the next duel easily. You just gotta get a little more aggressive, man. You don't have to play so safe. Like, you should definitely play, you know, defensive at times, but super safe like that. My boy is in, dude. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, let's do this. I'll make Kargath lead just because I know Seaberg doesn't hang out here all the time. Oh, okay. Chilled right after this one. How did that sound, man? I'm just trying to win that being prick. Okay. Sounds good. Let's do this. We'll get you in as soon as I get a chance. Who do I need to make lead? I need to make Kargath lead. I'm gonna make you lead friend. I'm make you lead friend. Just so, just for the queues. And we'll get chilled in here as soon as possible, yeah? As soon as possible. Alrighty. Chat, I'm gonna keep the roll good for one more match. Alright, okay. He really wanted to win one against Rosie. Alright, it's definitely not gonna happen again. You know, the subtlety Rose, but it's definitely not gonna happen again. I don't know if you can sense the sarcasm just oozing out of me, but you know, we'll see. I'm a softie, man. I'm a soft guy at my core. Like, give him another chance, man. Okay, we're gonna send it to a oh, I need to be out. Hold on. Bop. Okay, cool. Now we're set. I was gonna send it to Blade's Edge, but I don't think I should do that. All right, which gonna match Kargath and Rosie 5. Let's do Blackrock Hold. Blackrock Hold is a fine map. It doesn't have that bridge. It doesn't have that caster advantage. It does have some class advantage for sure. Blackrock Hold. I don't know what class though. I think probably like stealthies, LOS classes, casters to some degree. I don't really know. The pillar down the middle and the sides, they're pretty good for stealth. They're pretty good for stealth. But is it a stealthy map? Completely? I don't really know. Hard to tell. But how do we get 2 rogue matches back to back like this, dude? The first map of the night, first match of the evening, and they're just rogues. How do we do that? How does this happen? Super long too. I want to get the fast short games, man. Which? It was like a Feral was a tank. Like, damn, I know, right, dude? I know, right? How can I sit around after I killed? Yo, it's so fun. I think Assassination Rogue in particular are really good at just like blasting it. Got ourselves Necro over for the team. Did you get the new gun? You did get the new gun. I like the way it looks. You got Necro with Rosie on the team. We got Kenner over on the Death Knight this time around. Hawkins is a rogue with Blood Dagger joining in as well. Austin over for the team 1, coming back in on that Arcane Mage with Chaos. Over as Affliction that time around. Mocking on this team with Silent as well as DJ. And it looks like it is going to be Chaos up next, or up first, I guess. Versus Kenner. Oh, that might be a little bit rough. Affliction Warlock versus a Frost Death Knight? Okay, I don't think the Frost DKs are going to have an easier time against this one. Does get the snowball rolling in, big grippy hand, got to be able to entrap Chaos in a block of ice. Does still have the Dark Pack, keeping him alive plenty with a silence to follow. Kenner having to commit a lot of another stun. Chaos backs up out of there, and look at Kenner. He's the one who's going all out offensive, but he's taking up just about the same amount of damage as Chaos did, with Kenner popping off some cooldowns. Chaos just trying to see if he can recover a little bit of health. He's gonna get himself a nice quick juke out onto Kenner. I don't even know how he was able to do it. Dropping it on Dome together with the every defensive variable AMS. It's gonna be full Dark Glare, full set of dots for Chaos. Got himself a wall, so he's looking plenty fine. It's gonna be a stun to follow him. Locked down for a moment. Kenner may need more defenses for this one. The man is just taking still constant taking damage together with Dark Glare that isn't really relenting on you. Fear to follow, just completely CC'd. Oblivion right after, just getting blasted. Does get himself Lichborn, looking for an interrupt, doesn't get it. It's gonna be Drain, keeping you low. Got some Lichborn to try to give it a little bit extra health. Haunt right after, you just fully dotted. I think Kenner is just so time. AMS locking you down. Hold on, your health is okay for a second while the shield holds, but I don't really know how well this is gonna work out. Barely any health, does get the stun, but doesn't going down. Technically did have death mark unless it's a UI bug. But I don't even know what you could have done with the death mark at the end. Frost Worms? Wait, Frost Worms is a stun? Do people not play Frost Worms anymore, Chilled? Do you not play that? Oh wait, Sniper Shot around the corner. Chaos, AC careful. He doesn't really have the answer here. He's gonna get slowed with a scatter. That scatter actually does end up removing Death Shocker, but still Chaos, look at your health. Does go for the Mortar Call just to give himself a little bit extra health. Necro doesn't really get the Sentinel at a right angle. It is going to be a port for Chaos either way though. It's going to be able to, I think, break the, did you break the rapid fire? I think he was able to max, maybe he was able to max range it. Chaos, not a lot of health available right now. Necro does get dotted, feign death real quickly. But it's going to be maybe still decent damage. Chaos is still alive somehow. It does get himself a drain. Maybe they'll give him a little bit of recovery here. Necro taking a bit of dot damage. Not the most amount, but still a little bit. Is slowed down a bit. If Chaos can get himself like a big Mortal Call yet again or a Fear Drain, he might be okay. Necro just needs to get a good interrupt on him right now. Aim shot to follow. Chaos actually starting to recover health little by little. Fully away into Necro with a drain. Hold on. Is he just going to try to DPS him out? I don't think he wins this DPS match. With a Mortal Call, Trinket to follow drain, I think it's just over. Hold on, Necro. I don't think he'd win the DPS match, especially against an Affliction Warlock. Those guys are actually kind of terrifying. Actually, a little bit terrifying. Maybe Arcane still really touchable. DK would be countered by no casters if DS healed a little bit more. Death Strike, yeah. I do agree that Death Strike doesn't really heal for a lot right now. Hawk is going to be up next. Dots versus Dots. Giving Chaos as much of an opportunity to get himself as much of a clean opener or clean honor duel here and let him recover a little bit of health. But it's going to be able to go in. Full dots are set in. Chaos backing up out of the immediately. Starting to already take the bleed damage, but is able to get some dots onto Hockey's. Full go, full burst. Big death shocker. Death mark rather than full wall. Doesn't really give him any outs whatsoever. Makima trying to go for a cheap shot. Or is Makima? It is Makima. No way to break out of a blind though. Has a human racial, but that's really about it. Evasion used really early. Hawk is trying to see if he can get some damage in himself. Does not have a way to deal with the sepsis. Full dots, and Makima does end up slaying him right then and there with Blood Dagger up next from one rogue to the next. Makima out in the open, still dotted. Saps are not going to keep him CC'd. Blood Dagger, I think, is just waiting off with the DRs and the stuns potentially. Is going to be human racial immediately. Makima with advantage. I think still dotted though. Are you? You're slowed. Or not? He's slowed, but not in combat. I guess maybe it's a Shiv or something. I'm not even sure, honestly. I'm not even sure. But something kept him slow for a while there. Blood does have himself cold blood. He wants to have himself a go. Kind of looking out where Makima might be. But Makima doesn't really go super far. In fact, he just goes to kind of in the corner. Just chilling. Blood does end up picking up the eyes. Trying to see. He's hoping Makima runs at him. And you'll be able to find him. Makima wants nothing to do with it. He's just chilling back here. He doesn't want to touch him. Doesn't want to fight him. If it's anything like the last match, Makima isn't going to open up until every cooldown is back up and available. So for Blood, he actually has himself the free roam of the arena. If he can pick up with the other eye, if he just sprints around looking for Makima, he might actually be able to find him, because Makima is playing the he's in the hide and seek. He's really emphasizing the hide part. He doesn't really want to open on you at all. Doesn't want to touch you. Doesn't want to deal with you. Would rather just stay as far away from you. Blood Dagger just taking a nap. Makima's actually got himself some cooldowns to go back up. He's starting to scout out for the eye. Blood, you might just have to get aggressive with that eye pickup, honestly. Should I come show up one shot again or what? Yeah, Shredder, if you want to join in, man, more than welcome to him. More than welcome to him. Makima does end up walking kind of by Blood. He more or less knows that he is there. He must have heard of the stealth of his. But he doesn't quite have exactly where he might be. Random Phantom Knives would get one of you two out, though. Just a random one would definitely get one of you two out in the open. Makima does actually have just about everything except for a human racial, so maybe something they could work with. For Blood, Shadow Blades go back up soon. Get you in the group? Hell yeah, man. Rogue Opener is still on already. Yeah, if you want to do it, man. Picked it up. Blind onto Makima. No out for this one. Blood should be able to get him some proper opener. Gouge to make sure he gets himself a kidney shot. The extra comp point from a Gouge does get him set up. Flagellation. That's a hell of an ability. Trying to see if he can maximize the output. Blind by Makima. Looking for the reset. Is Blood playing the Sepsis or is it just Flagellation? I thought if you just press slicing it, doesn't that... Oh, that does get Makima out the open. Shadow Strike, trying to see if you catch up to him. Makima taking hits back to back. Local Shadows for Makima playing defensive. Blood Dagger also with the Local Shadows just to give himself a little bit of a dodge. Makima landing that kidney shot. Blood has himself a trinket in case he needs to. But Makima does not want to stay in. Does not want to fight him. Would rather back the hell out of dodge. Blood, if you're fast enough, you might be able to catch up to him. Does get auto checks to the wall with a cheap shot. Caught himself a reset with a Shadow Meld. That night operation was very, very handy. Catching him in a shadowy duel just to keep the pressure rolling. It's gonna go for the trinket. Makima, but no health. She does end up getting ticked out. Next, is it just rogues? Is it just all rogues? This is World of Warcraft. It's take the meme. It's all rogues. It's it's all rogues. Blood is backing up out of there. Doesn't really want to fight Silent while he's out the open. The eyes are available. Silent if he wants to go aggressive. Actually, finds Blood. I guess he was out of stealth. Maybe that's what he was trying to go for. I mean, there's just... Oh, he just locked down. He didn't give him a second. He didn't give him a moment to breathe. Hold on a second. Is it just Rosie? Is it Rosie left? Only Rosie? Because still 3 left over for Team 1. Yeah, it is Rosie. Alright. Silent did end up going in for a lot of cooldowns there. Bash, trying to go for a clone. Does he trinket this? Random chicken interrupt? I was almost expecting it. Does get himself a clone. Have himself a Feral Frenzy set up. Next finisher should give him a free Feral Frenzy on Silent. Does go for evasion just to see if he can dodge it. Rosie back in the bear form. He's either fighting and attacking and blasting out Silent, bleeding him up, or he's in bear form, waiting his time, buying his time, going for Frenzy Regen. Does go for the trinket. Potentially for Silent, this could be an opportunity to go for a full-on blind. Just running circles around the Feral Druid. Big secret technique. Blasting his sounds out. Man's going in for a big defensive wall. Heart of the Wild. Cloak of Shadows for Silent. Just remove any kind of bleeds that he's got on him. Get himself also a little bit of the evasion into a stun. Trinket. Blind. Rosie does not have a trinket. If Silent got himself the calm points, I think it's just going to be a one bang, right? No. I'm actually surprised he got the sap. Because there was a blind. Blind normally doesn't last nearly that long. So the fact that you got a sap full of blind, I'm actually surprised. Vanish just to get cooldowns back. Nothing you can do. And it's over. Silent does show us exactly how rogues do it. Or how rogues could do if they just commit all the cooldowns into a single target. Well, there's that. Alright, if you guys need more bodies, let me know. I'll get you guys in. But yeah. Million healing. Yo, yeah, I saw. That was a lot of healing. Let me know if you need more bodies, by the way. Let me know if you need more. Let me know if you need more bodies. DF and a 460. I can type. I swear to God. 463. Jesus. You need one? Okay, I can help. I can help. Invite. Rosie needs one. I know exactly the man who could join their team. I know exactly the guy that could join in. He's switching? Okay. Wait, is this a guy switching over? I was gonna get chills in your group, man. What the hell? Rogues are the most boring class, like cheater class in WoW. Defensives, yes. Damage, yes. Invis, yes. Cheat death, yes. Bro, Blizzard have to be something with the class. Either WoW is boring. Marin, I feel you, dude. Rogues, they are really strong right now. I'm not gonna lie. We are really, really strong. That being said, for duels, we're just absolutely out of this world. In 1v1 specifically. I think the problem is the double vanish. Probably, if I had to like pick one talent that's probably like feels kind of busted, is the double vanish. The cooldown reduction on double vanish, but also just the extra, you know, get out of jail free card. It's just rough to deal with, you know. Like having one vanish, at least like it felt that, oh, okay, it's kind of balanced, right? The other rogue specs don't really feel bad, like assassination, subtlety, or, you know, I feel like they're doable if you see one in the arena. You know, they can do a lot of damage, but you know, if they're out of cooldowns, what can you do? Make Shadow Meld not work as an extra advantage and tune down Shadow Duel. That could also do it too. Like, yeah, in the group gameplay, yeah, it's also pretty good there too. All right, we'll do one more and we'll try to see if we can get Night King in for one of these, yeah, or at least a couple of these. Hopefully more than one of these. Let's go down supers real quickly. But yeah, Marin, the perception that rogues are overpowered is definitely real, and that's something that Blizzard has to deal with. Are rogues actually overpowered? The answer is probably no class is actually literally overpowered, but the perception is there. And sometimes perception can be feel more real than the reality. I think it's something for Blizzard to gripe about and find a way to tune classes so everything feels fun. Not even balanced, but like feels fun and kind of fair. You know what I mean? Janara switching over. Who swapped over? Was it the was it Necro that switched over? Oh, to the Warrior? I like it. I want to see what Necro plays in the Warrior. Hold on a second. Is he also undead on this thing? Switch. When people play like this, you'd be called out as toxic period. Just constant stealth and whatnot. I feel that. Blood Dagger over in the team 1 with Hawkins and Janara. What do you look like? You're kind of stuck inside of a Tauren. Where are you? Are you the undead? You are. Necro, aren't you? Kenner over on the DK with Rosie as well. Austin over for the team 1, right? Sleeping, so maybe not ready to go. Chaos on the team, Makimo. We got us a Silent, we got us a DJ as well. And hopefully we'll see DJ as well as Austin get a chance to play at one point or another. Hawk is going to be first up versus Silent. The two of the more aggressive rogues. The Subtlety versus Assassination. Walking on top of each other. In fact, Phantom Knights would get the other one out, actually. We got us those Hawkins with the fattest Deathmark one-shot combo. And Silent, who actually got himself quite a bit of burst damage, got himself Cold Blood, trying to see if he can get a Phantom Knights. Hawkins an opportunity maybe to get him out. They try to tease one another. Cheap shot opener by Silent. Does end up investing in Cold Blood, I think, really early though. But Hawkins is getting blasted. Might not feel all that good. Got himself an evasion with the disarm of Silent. Just trying to see if he can back up out of there, going behind the pillar while he has loss of his weapons. Hawkins does end up burning a pretty big defensive. Trying to see if he can build up some combo points versus Silent. If he can get himself full kidney shot, a big combo, and just lock down Silent, he'll be golden. Trying to get some dots gouged by Silent. Trying to get himself a big go. Maybe a counter offensive. Sack is having to go for a trick and with a Cloak of Shadow. Silent also with an evasion. If you can maybe Shadow Step, he might be fine. Does go for the vanish. Is this where you're going for the big go? You need to find a way to sunlock him. Cheap shot. Is it going to be another cheap shot? May need another one. Cloak of Shadow is for Silent. Just remove the dots. Going to be dots reapplied back by Hawkins, but the death mark is gone. Still able to get full dots out to Silent though. And Hawkins not feeling that good. Smoke bomb down for just a second, but does end up walking out of it. Silent still melting, but the blast of damage he has for Hawkins without a cheap death just ends up wiping him out fairly quick with Blood Dagger up next. He needs to get in there. Silent still holding on to a trinket though. Blood Dagger missing the rogue, goes in for a fan but doesn't find him. Silent gives himself a breather, an opportunity for the Warlock Hellstone to come back. The Cloak of Shadows, Shadow Blades, everything. So if Blood Dagger isn't careful, he was quick, maybe to pick up the eye and find the guy, he is going to recuperate those cooldowns little by little. This set of Feral Druid makes you sad. What's happening with Feral Druids? Are they that in a bad spot? I know in duels they haven't really been super representative, but I don't know about arena, the rest of the PvP. Are they that far behind? Sap into Silent. Blood does go in for the gouge just to make sure you get himself a proper kidney. Get himself mastered procs. And it's going to be Trinket out of Silent. Mad damage out of Silent. No, the man's health is not going to handle it. Had to go for a Trinket. Still took massive hits, but locking down Blood. Not giving that man a chance for a breather. Mock him. Did Mock him rush out just to flag the guy? Why? What did Blood do? I thought Blood just played a normal game of 5V5 1v1 Duels. I don't really know what that man did. Rosie's going to be up next. For Silent, he needs to sit down and get himself a little bit of food. Eyes are available for either team. Does go in for the Shadow Strike. Rosie, there's a chance here potentially. No cheat. Actually, cheat does available for Silent. But if you can lock him down, full bleeds could be huge. As long as you don't give up your trinket all too easily, but doesn't end up going for a trinket off of that kidney shot. I think just trying to keep the momentum, keep the pressure going. Silent with an evasion bleeds, rotting you down, but that evasion keeping a plenty healthy cloak to remove the bleeds really easily. Does go in for the step kick onto Rosie, stay in bear form, blind to follow, stays in bear, so it's going to be a little bit hard for you to be able to land a big hit onto the bear. While in bear, you do have a little bit extra armor. Popping out of bear form, though, is going to hurt a little bit. If you have himself a full go, this could be very painful. Got himself a setup, potentially big go. Cheap shot to follow. Does he have himself the go setup? Oh, just wiping out the Feral Druid in just seconds. Yeah, as long as you get caught out while outside of bear form, it's going to be rough. Janara going in for the full set of bleeds. Gouge does end up Berserkering, but a little bit late though. Charging to Silent, trying to see if he can back away from the warrior. Janara with a Blaze Storm looking to catch back up. Silent might actually be able to turn this around on him. Vanish right after. And trying to see if he can juke to the other direction, but still bleeding, I believe, right? Yeah, no, he's still bleeding out. If Janara is careful and fast enough, might be able to catch him. Sap does not have a Xerxes for this one, so actually has to sit the Sap right now, which is unfortunate. Cheap shot by the Rogue. Unless you go for a Trinket, does burn the Trinket. It's always risky, but at least the Rogue does not have a blind for this one. Cheap shot, reverses the damage back onto Janara. Does Shadow Step past him. It's going to be able to charge in. Parry up. Silent can't really go for big defensives. Does burn a Warlock Hellstone here just to... Does he burn a Warlock Hellstone? I believe he did. I believe he did, just to maintain himself a little bit. Fear to follow as Janara maybe can get a lockdown on the guy. Needs a good set of bleeds. Should be expecting a kidney shot on the Rogue anytime soon. Evasion can overpower a kidney shot right after. Does Silent have any combos here? Secret technique. Does have at least a charge of dance. I think it might be enough here. Does have enough. Wait, why is Makima running around planting flags into people? Hold on, why is Makima being toxic? What is this? Hold on a second. Why is Makima running around being toxic right now? What is happening? With Kenner going to be last one left on team 2. Is this going to be a sweep by Silent? Just gonna take the entire duel. Does not get to connect with a blind. Try to go for a blind into the Rogue, but the Cloak of Shadows does give him that full magic immunity. Smoke bomb. Trying to use the smoke bomb to create some cover. Is going to be able to grip him back in. It's going to be trying to see if he can claw him down, keeping him slow with a Chain of Wise Gouge for a second. Unless he gets himself a good setup. He technically got himself the biggest burst possible. Silent is going to be able to escape it. I was going to say, like, maybe Evasion coming back up, but no. Evasion's kind of hard to track the cooldown. It says it's up, but it's not up sometimes. For Kenner, does end up getting himself recovery. Is Silent dotted? He is dotted, I think. He is catches himself up a little bit of food. But yeah, he is dotted. Or is he? Oh, I don't even know how long DK dots last anymore. It's been a while, man. I feel like we haven't seen DK dots really do much, at least for DK, since like BFA. Silent, I think, does end up going down though. Locked down, nothing he can do. Kenner is able to swipe him. But at the 5-minute mark, 58% dampening, your healing is going to be very limited. It's already limited even without the dampening, but that dampening is definitely going to add that extra pressure on top of it. Stun, does shrink it out of it, dropping on a dome, trying to see if he can deal with the chaos damage. AMS right after. Might want to stay inside of the dome to reduce all this damage. The death mark is not going to let you heal for a while. Part of your health is necrotic out. And you gotta wait for the necrotic effect to disappear. DJ just gonna keep putting pressure on you. Cook blind, trying to see if he can land a stun. Most likely gonna get a trinket out of the demon hunter, but he's just got so much damage. Just rushes back in and out, just blasting you out with death blade dances. I'm getting my ability names wrong completely. God, dude, that was just a lot of back-to-back burst damage out of the Rogue. Let's see if we can find a way to get Chilpos in one of these groups. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Do we have any free spots by chance? Kargath and Rosie, do we have any free spots by the way? To get chills in. Or what we could do is we can maybe switch up somebody. I'll be the big bad man, swap somebody out for my man. That's a percentage base. Heals benefit a lot higher. Don't have a spot. We're full? Or got spots? Because I might swap somebody out. We have too many rogues. So I'll probably set a rogue. Oh. Wait. No, hold on. Let me get wait, you want to switch out? Kargat, you can still play. I could just have you play. I was gonna swap out one of the rogues. Because we got Makima, we got Silent, we got Hockeys. I was just gonna do like a slash roll. Or like a coin flip between the two of them, I guess. That could work as well. Swap alt? Okay. Yeah, let me do this. I'll flip a coin. We'll set a rogue just because we have a lot of rogues in here anyway. Coin flip. And we'll do it by a coin flip, okay? Just to make it fair. Alright. I'm gonna flip a coin fresh. Okay. So we got this Silent Makima. Makima heads, Silent tails. That'll work, right? Flip 50-50. Makima heads, Silent tails. One of you gotta switch out for my man shield. Makima heads. Okay. It was as fair as I could make it. We have a lot of rogues as is. I can get you in if you are ready. And we'll probably have people switch out and Makima will get a chance to play again, yeah? Go to the most toxic person out of the 10. I mean, Makima was planting flags. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Is that toxic? I guess that's pretty toxic. Depends. What do I expect would you say is the most fun, strongest to play in PvP? Strongest and the most fun? I'd say Assassination, but Subtlety is really good too. Really strong. But if you want fun, I think Assassination is very fun. Kargath? Hold on. Invite? Wait, hold on. Are you... It's Chaos? Offline? Okay. Okay, cool. As soon as Chills, let me know. I know we can get him in here. And the RNG gods have spoken? Yeah. Let me see. I'm a... Is he on? Oh, he's not even on. Okay, Chills. Let me whisper him on Real ID or Discord. Relogging. Okay. We'll get him in here in a second. Makima, I appreciate you, my boy. We'll probably get a chance to get you a couple more games because we usually swap people out pretty regularly. But yeah, I appreciate you. We'll get you in for a couple more. Don't you worry. But we'll just gotta drop a rogue, we'll flip a coin, and yeah. But stick around because we'll probably get more chance to play. And we'll make Chills lead because he's used to being lead and stuff. We'll do it like that. Make Chills lead. Just gonna ask him if he's ready. Otherwise, we'll be good to go. Invite spectator match. Night King and Rosie 5. We could do another grand just to like run it back. Yeah, let's do another grand. I say on to the world shall be just again. Without rogues, yeah. World without rogues is just world. That's where it's at. Man, you know what? It's part of the class fantasy. Playing a rogue and being the most hated class in the game. It's just part of the class fantasy. What can you do, right? What can you do? Just part of how the world is built. I didn't make it. I didn't create this world. I just live in it. Did I save this one? I don't think I did. 460 something. Okay. I think the best decision was to play against rogues and Blizzard to add something any class of dueling rogues, maybe less CD on trinket, maybe more HP, something to counter rogues. Like if soon as the rogue is in for duels, maybe, man, maybe, right? Or just handicap rogues, reduce the damage by 100% and make it play. Switch. That could work, right? That could work super well. Oh God, what happened? I just went through time continuum. How are you laying down on the chain just now? But we got DJ over here. We got Silent. We got us as Kargath. Gonna be first up with Chilpills coming back on the Frosty DK with Austin on the Arcane Mages. Kargath Are you Beastmaster on this thing? I think you are. Dust Flare down. Hawk is walking in. Phantom Knight's catching. No, you are a survival hunter. Leaping right in, trying to see if he can run by Hawkins. Feign death at the last second. Hawkins taking huge hits though. Cloak of Shadows trying to give him some survivability. Full down to the Kargath. Tried to go for a big death mark. I don't think he got to use it. I think it was a bit literally turtle. So that full death mark carving just skirted off of the turtle shell. That's huge for Hawkins. Does go for the reset. But his whole big go is kind of out of the picture. He took a huge hit out of Kargath. Could technically keep the pressure rolling in. I don't know if he has an evasion available. But Kargath got a crab with a knife. I don't know how you beat that. That thing's, I think, is armed. Hold on, he's trying to get some dots in. Kargath just removing bleeds very, very quickly. Disarmed for a moment. He doesn't really need access to weapons at all into yet another kidney shot. Hawk is trying to reapply those dots again. Freezing trap waiting for him. For Kargath, this gives him a little bit of a breather. At least able to walk away from Hawkins. Flare down to make it harder for the rogue to escape. Smoke bomb and the knife comes in, dude. The crab with the knife is back in. Death shock him. That crab is going to be so terrifying right now. Just charging back in with a bit of a war stomp. Oh, it does go down. That was so clutch though. The turtle shell on a death mark. That is the only reason why he lived, I think. If he got the full death mark on you, that would have been over. Trap down. Kargath trying to see if he can hang out by the frost trap. Scatter right after. Maybe he's kind of waiting for Blood Dagger to come this way. Is going to stun him. Whatever damage you can do for the rogue right now is going to be huge. Dropping in grenades. Blood Dagger trying to go for a restyle, but it's going to be freezing trap inside, kind of inside of a flare. If you send the pet back at the guy, he's going to send the pet back in and slowing down nades. He's going to go for the trinket. Feign death right after. Dropping down even more traps. He's trying to stay aggressive with those traps. I like it. Blood could go back in there. But it's going to be flare, it's going to be charge trap, freezing trap nearby. Blood does not really want to fight it right now. Does have a trinket, so you should be okay. Camo for Kargath does not have a human racial and does not have any other way to break out SAC at all. So it might be in a bit of a weird spot. Picking up the eye could maybe get the pets over Blood. If you can get a hunter's mark on the guy, that'll make it much, much easier for you to deal with him. The pets rushing out. If you have the line of sight of Blood, you could go for the kill command around the corner. Unless the pet has sprint. Maybe you get yourself an angle, try to go for a step into a kidney, or cheap shot rather, going to be a sack for the pet, trying to share some of the damage that Kargath has taken. That is a full flagellation. If you can reduce the damage flagellation does to you, that'd be huge. Survival of the fittest to give yourself a little bit of that fortification. Disarm for a second, stun into blood, does go for the trinket, and it's going to be a Fury of the Eagle. Spear, but it doesn't do enough where blood just keeps pounding. Those shadow strikes back to back into the hunter. Kidney shot into Austin, immediately trinkets it blind that follows after the blink. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. With a full touch of the magic, Rogue goes up for a gouge, trying to see if he can find himself survivability. Does he have the line of sight? Austin does get himself Arcana Sphere of Blood, unless you find a way to sprint out of it. Does he get a dodge it? He doesn't get a dodge it with the arcane missiles around the corner. Barrages are gonna be able to take him out. Blinks out of those kidney shots. You can't lock the mage down at all. Into a Nova, missiles right after. He's literally spinning, turning in every direction, looking for a way out. Can't do much about it. And Rosie trying to give Austin at least a little bit of like, hey, auto duel, give you a nice little bow. I hate the angle that mages get whenever you mount it and you blink, and then this gets caught like this. Certain other classes also have that. Like monks, if they go for a port while they're mounted, or if they go for a dragon kick while they're mounted. There we go, now it's reset. As soon as you mount, dismount, it's back to normal. It's that blink. As soon as you mount the blink, it takes that camera angle that way. Stun onto Austin, have himself a blink available. Arcane Orb sent in any random direction. Touching the magic onto Rosie. Might be in a little bit of a tight spot. Got himself mobility. That's going to be invis for Austin. Got himself a little bit of the cascaded damage with a touch of the magic erupted together with the Nether Tempest into a full-on Arcane Surge. Mad hits onto Rosie. Ward just blasted. Was it just Arcane Surge? Arcane Sphere is going to hurt a lot. You got a wall, but it still does so much damage into a Nova right after. Got some barrage. That's all he needs. Rosie trying to catch up or reset. Actually caught her clean reset. I am very much surprised. Arcane Orb chasing after it doesn't quite catch him. But it does get you so low. As Austin trying to get himself a better angle. Ring of Fire on the corner. Rosie does get cinched in the Ring of Fire. Ring of Frost trying to see if he can maybe just put rings all around this Feral Druid with a touch of the magic. Walking back into fire, it's not going to feel great. Has to stay aggressive. Has to stay in front of Austin. But it's just going to get barrage pelted down with an Arcane Sphere. Rolling over the Feral Druid. Oh, it does catch you midair as you try to leap out of it. You try to see if you can Z-axis over the thing. Trying to get the ups, but not quite. Kenner? Did you guys just, sorry for the cough, did you guys just all get hit by the Arcana Sphere just now? Is that what happened? Needs a little bit of health. Summon up the entire army of undead though. Hold on a second, he's just charging out. Just yoinking the mage in with the ghouls jumping at you from every direction. Is going to go for the grippy hand, try to see if he can keep you in place. The ult time though for Austin should keep him stabilized as long as he remembers to press it at the right time. Trying to continue the pressure rolling onto Kenner, does get quite a bit of distance. Kenner backing up out of there, no longer has the grips available to keep Austin locked down. Is going to Nova all of those pets. The pets are actually doing quite a bit of damage though, but Austin is focused on the DK. The pets are doing a lot of work, would rather hide away from them, trap him in the ring of frost, but focus on the DK whenever he does see him. Got him some of the images as well. Blasting out the ghoul is actually going to use the ghoul to prime himself an arcane surge, and that ghoul could go down. Kenner got himself AMS, but it does fall off. Got himself IBF. Potentially big defenses, big damage. It is going to be a trinket for Austin. Not really sure what he trinketed, but the silence does lock him. Ice block to follow. Mad damages to stack it up onto Kenner. Dropping down a big dome. More missiles and just cascading barrage of that touch of the magic and everything together. There isn't much you can do about it. With Janara got to be up next as an arms warrior. A Fury? Arms? Actually, no, it is arms. I had to check the defenses there for a second. As we're in the 6-minute mark, 30% dampening. Charging out at Austin. Immediate breath. For warriors, this is like one of the worst matchups ever. Arcane Mage specifically, with the amount of mobility they have and the amount of control they got, there isn't much they can do. Did Austin just interrupt himself? You actually interrupted yourself on fire, didn't you? Full bleeds onto Austin, does not have a defensive, actually taking huge hits back to back. Does not have ice block. Oh no, he does have ult time. I thought for some reason he didn't. That or just a big reversal? I'm not even sure. It's going to be Janara. Not a lot of health available. Stun onto Austin. Maybe he can go for a fear. I don't really know what else they got. Parry just to give himself a bit extra defense. Is going to be knocked back by the mage immediately into Nova, trapping him inside a ring of fire. He has to leave the ring and just going to have to take the damage from it. Unless you can somehow break away and get yourself some second one healing, there isn't much you can do at this moment. Austin got himself an angle, barrages on you with the arcade surge around the corner. With the missiles, and it's just over. Just didn't give the guy a chance at all. Oh my goodness. Kargat actually did so good there. Actually did super good. Almost got the second, who was the second match? Another rogue? First rogue he did really well against, but the second one, almost. I don't think Arcane Mage walks him blasting. Let's get us another going, boys. Need a +1. I got someone waiting for him to come back. Okay. Let me know, Chilled, if you're ready, if the full team is, if it's a full team of 5 or if they need more bodies. Let me know. Let me see. 1466. There we go. I think when Blizzard reached a point where WoW was way too good, they'll decide to finally equate all the classes. I hope that could happen in the near future, but not as well as in survival development. I don't know, man. Maybe. Rogue versus Hunter? Oh yeah, that's true. What the? Okay. Yeah, chat. That was literally the Hunter versus Rogue duel. That's so good. That's so good. That is the reason why they allowed crabs to take knives, by the way, because of that gif, because of the meme. I think it's funny. I think it's great. Alrighty, Rosie, let me know when you're good to go. Yeah, Marin, the game is not really tuned around 1v1s, right? I think rogues are okay around 3s, because that's really what the game is mostly tuned around, because it's difficult to tune around 2s. 1v1s is a whole nother beast, and I would love for 1v1s to get a little bit more love in, just in general. I think it'd be great, like if it was its own game mode. Because it's like, it's this old traditional PvP, like it's the oldest mode of PvP since like the inception of the game. It was like the thing that people were doing with one another outside of Orgrimmar and Stormwind for years before they even added Battlegrounds into the game. Oh, I don't know how long it was before added Battlegrounds in the game and the actual, like, you know, the release of the game in the BG edition. But like people have been doing each other forever, and they were doing it before BGs were added, before any like instance PvP was added. So I don't know why they wouldn't give like 1v1s a little bit more love. And that being said, it's very difficult to get classes all tuned for 1v1s. We need one more, by the way, for it looks like we need one more for Rosie. If you guys want to join us, you're more than welcome to. Groups are listed over in LFG Raids Legacy. If you just type in 5-minute search, you'll be able to find them pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't know. Let's recognize Hardened Jail Crab with the Shank. Let's recognize it was the best game of the night, and we'll know why. That one with the what do you mean with the Arcane Mage? I really I mean, don't get me wrong, I like watching T-Mark play. I think arcane mages are really, really fun to watch. They're not really fun to play up against if you're a melee in particular, because they're kind of difficult to... Actually, even Frost is pretty difficult to play against too, just because of the Novas, and they got exactly the same ability. It's just, I think Frost has that, the setup with the barrages and the in a 1-on-1 situation specifically, right? They just have that. What advantages do they have actually? I think it's like maybe shorter cooldown on. Is it alter time? Shorter cooldown on that? Maybe not actually. Used to be their like unique thing, but not anymore. I think it's like a class thing now. I think it's just the burst combination and the touch of the magi and how fast it gets you damage and POM too, right? Presence of mind with the instacast arcane blast. That's probably what does a lot of the work there. But Frost is just as terrifying with the flurries and the setups it can do. I mean, that by itself, it just that hurts. That whole combo hurts plenty. Even right now, I ran into a Frost Mage. I think it was me and Ken were doing some twos, and we ran into like a Frost Mage Mistweaver, and I mean, we got blasted. Actually, just blasted. Like, it was one of those losses where it's like, yeah, it kind of hurts, but I don't really feel bad about it because we just absolutely got outmatched, but like in a fun way. Like, try to see if we can get 10 in here as well because he plays EH instead of rogue. That'll be one less rogue to bring in. But yeah, just one of those humbling moments, you know what I mean? Definitely humbling. I don't really know if they could, Myron, do any kind of tuning for like 1v1 specifically. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be great if there was like a 1v1 mode. But I don't think... they're kind of slow to add new gameplay modes for WoW, right? I mean, solo queue and having a rated version of that, I mean, it took a while for us to get that. And right now, I think they're just going to focus on like solo queue BGs and like, you know, solo queue RBGs basically. So I don't think they're going to be looking at like rated solo or anything like solo supported for a while. Although I think it would be awesome to see at some point. Just like a proper solo PvP mode where like rogues and all the other classes are counted and whatnot. Rogue and Q, but we have two already. Oh, okay. That's a lot of rogues. Yeah, a lot of people threw rogues on the team. Yeah. Hold on, I might be able to get 10 to join, yeah. Because that'd be not a rogue joining in. Let's see what he says. He said I'll be there in a few, and that's it. It's Makiba. Makiba trying to join back in. Hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. I might be able to queue tomorrow or tonight. Probably tomorrow. Might be busy working on stuff this evening. But I'll need to see. Tennis is not available. You know what? Grab him. Grab Makima. Or... yeah, grab Makima. We'll just get a couple of games going and then we can switch out and maybe get 10 in there and whatnot. Yeah, it's a lot of rogues, but we'll roll with it. Or worst we could do is maybe like send Night King over to your team or something. Or Seavark or something like that. So then we don't have like too many rogues on one team or whatever. But I think we'll just run it. Yeah, sounds good, my man. Yeah. Let's do Blade's Edge, I guess. We'll try a Blade's Edge. How bad could it be? When we go last? It's up to you, my guy. If you want to just roll, you could roll. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah. Going to requeue. Is Blade's Edge not up to your standard? Because it can requeue if you need to. Or no. Alrighty, boys. Uno mas. On EU, I get this question a lot. Like, what do I mean by uno mas? Nobody knows what uno mas is. One more. Uno mas. But I guess... I never really thought about... I guess I never really thought about it. Like, I heard Onomas constantly growing up. Like, one more, Onomas. Constantly. But I guess it's only me then, huh? I think it's just because I live in US and everybody in US knows like even the slightest bit of Spanish, you know? I don't like this map, no? Or just this many rogues? The rogues, bro. I know. It's a lot of rogues. That's a lot of rogues, man. What is one more in Russian? That's a good question. Like one more. Ishoajin? It's not as good. I don't like this at all. Why are allowed to rogues on my team? I was thinking maybe we should switch them up, but like we'll just run this one. I will switch them up if needed. All right, switch. We should switch them up though. It's a lot of rogues. It is a lot of rogues. Shield Bills having to fight against one of those rogues will hack his with evasion immediately. AMS, he knows to expect a big death mark out of the rogue. Trying to see if he can lock him down the stun. No trick available for Hawkins. It does go for the cloak. You death mark him? No! He just started to see if he can sprint out of it. Death Decay does not quite catch him. And Triple's taking a little bit of that bleed damage, having to burn a human Rachel really early. But the next go from the rogue, you have no ways to cleanse the dots off you. The bleeds, the poison in particular, maybe AMS stuff, but that's going to be a huge go out of the rogue. Full setup. Kingsbane? Wait a second, hold on. He separated his cooldowns. He went dance with Kingsbane, but he didn't press death mark. Hold on. He's separating his CDs. He knows that Chilpus is going to have stuff going. Now he got the death mark. This is where Chilpus needs to use everything he can just to try to survive. I don't know if he'll be able to hold out a second cheap shot. Kidney shot rather. Death mark last second. You're still melting. Hold on a second. Got it to snowball. Big stun. Wait, do you live? Oh, and there's nothing. Nothing could be done. Nothing. That is so rough. Wait, Karga just what? I don't even know how that happened. Was it just explosive shot? Is that what that was? I'm not even sure. Chills, there's nothing that could be done against Assassin, man. Actually, not much that could be done there at all. What's if we play Unholy? What would he even do as Unholy? I don't think he could do anything there besides like keep your distance, right? Maybe that even helps. But like, I feel like even if Unholy gets death mark, it just lights out either way though. Rosie over on the side. If Kargas is careful, go to Hunter's Markham, sending the pet, knows exactly where you are. Grenade getting sent in, does leap over with the stun right after you. It's going to be Human Rachel out of Kargas, has given himself quite a bit of distance. Harpoon onto Rosie. That or not a harpoon, maybe just. Or not coordinated assault, it might not be coordinated assault, does go removing the bleeds very quickly with the mending bandages with a fortification of the bear as well to stabilize as Rosie taking hits after hits right now. Health not looking that good. Mad kill shot as Kargat just ends up blasting you out. So it was a coordinated assault. And he catches Bad Bunny out in the open. Hold on a second. As it goes to re-stealth with a freezing trap. Wait, hold on. You guys wouldn't have had that many rogues in your team. Bad Bunny switched over to a rogue, right? Is that what happened? Okay, I guess it makes sense. Full secret, there's not much you can do. Yeah, once a hunter sent everything and doesn't have a trinket, couldn't turtle, yeah, it's rough. Way more damage, DPS, oh, it's just DPS straight. I mean, that could probably work, right? Yeah, Frost does take like a second to really ramp up and everything. So I don't blame you. Silent gotta be up next, but from one rogue to the next. Is that all we're gonna see? Plays rogues the entire time. Bad Bunny does get the sap. It is gonna be sub versus sub. Bad Bunny has a trinket. Lacking a dance, but might be able to work a dance back up and available. Full burst onto Silent Kush though, as the man having to go for a reset with a trinket out of Bad with a blind to follow. Now Bad Bunny does not have a trinket, will not be able to go for a kidney shot. I think he tried to go for a kidney shot too with the DR. As the blind comes out for Kush, is going to get himself a quick shadow meld. Vanish out of Bad Bunny. Does see Kush, goes in with a shadow strike, goes in with a vanish. Bad Bunny with a cloak of shadows. It's going to be shadow strikes back to back. Trying to see if he can dodge a cheap shot potentially, but doesn't really get to. This is going to be full secret. Oh, it's just over. Not even a cheat death. I guess he was playing Feint, wasn't he? Janara? Wait, is it just... Who's Bakiva? Oh, Bakiva's just on the other side completely. Wait, the entire team just got ripped apart that quick. Hold on a second. It's Janara versus Silent. You know, it's going to be Makima at the very end. But Janara picking up the eye actually hasn't... Did you try to pick up the eye and it just didn't happen? Yeah, it's exact. I watched it happen there for a second, like picking up the eye and it's like, wait, no, wait a second, look back. They gotta make the eyes more consistent. I feel like every time you don't try to pick up the eye, right, you get feared into it, it always grabs it for you. It always gives you the eyes, even if you didn't mean to. But when you do run over it just to grab it, it doesn't. It felt like it were right onto it. Who even grabbed the eye? I'm not even sure. Janara had himself parry with the blade storm, maybe catching up to Silent, got himself a shot, is at least able to remove the bleeds the first time around, but Evade is going to give you the dodge capability just to dodge a lot of the damage, although Overpowered should be able to fight right through it. Does go for the charge, ruining the rogue into a quick, I think it was a gouge, trying to see if he could bail out of there. And Janara hit with either a shiv, that or a crippling poison, is at least able to stay away from Silent, maybe long enough to get a second win. Not gonna happen. Not happening. Stun right after, maybe himself a go, trying to go for a setup, getting shot right after. Maybe Janara has himself a chance here. Vanish out of the rogue. I think it still should be dotted, right? Or no? I think maybe he is. Hold on a second. Smoke bomb? Are you dotted? I can't even tell. I thought he hit him with a Colossus Smash and that should have put a bleed on him. But maybe I'm wrong? No, he's actually just clean. Janara, are you not second wind? Oh no. Oh no, and Silent does end up eviscerating him. Makima trying to see if he can take down Silent. No trinket available for Silent. Sepsis and everything. Getting a shot. Does not have a cloak. Hold on a second. Vanish gives you a shield. Sepsis is still burning right through it. Hold on, as soon as Vanish falls off. Oh, that's still hurting. But not that much actually. Sepsis doesn't end up falling off. Does it fall off? Does it really not last that long? I thought Sepsis was a much longer dot. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Makima is going to have to find a way to find Silent yet again, if possible. Because Makima just out in the middle of the open. Rogues of class is interesting and so on, but just not two people play it, both in teams. Yeah, we'll switch Rogues around after this shield. We'll try to see if we can switch them around a little bit. I think that'd be fair. I think it'd be fair. Sap, Silent, does actually have a trinket coming back up. That's why he wants to be out in the open. He still got Cloak. He got Cloak coming up real soon. He got Chi Death. Does catch Makima. Makima has a human racial, but will not be able to respond to a blind or anything. Trinket out of Silent. Cheap shot into Makima. Got a human racial at him fairly quickly. Quick shot is really early on. And Makima with a blind into Silent. No longer has a trinket, but I think he's super DR'd on stuns though. I don't think you could be able to finish shot him. Gets the gouge before Makima gets himself a proper go, and that's going to be Silent breaking out of there, immediately sprinting out of that situation. Makima not really concerned with chasing, just backing up out of there. Eyes are available for either side, but Silent, I don't think he wants to get the opener, right? I don't think he wants to get opened on. Whoever picks up the eyes, I think is, unless you're fast with it, unless you're really fast with your steps. Maybe if he goes in now, Makima's kind of distance away. If you're faster with your steps or have a smoke bomb, maybe that could work out. Makima just hanging in the middle, just kind of watching either eye, doesn't want to be anywhere near it. Rogue does mount up for a second, maybe trying to see if he can bait Makima in a specific direction. Or maybe he's actually just fine with Makima getting the opener. I think at this point he does want Makima to get the proper opener. But no, not doing it. Cloak down, not going to be coming out for 2 minutes. I don't think so, at least. Could be wrong, but maybe. Like DK's illegal, should be totally okay. maybe. Yeah, we gotta do something about rogues. Yo, Cyber, maybe. I mean, we could also just ban rogues for the night and see how that goes. Is the rogue show every week? We could just ban rogues and say that no more rogues are allowed in duels. If you have an old, bring that. We have banned rogues before for the night, and just like had a bit of the variety. We could do it if the chat overwhelmingly says ban it. Working this toxic out of the group, please start to watch. Just go tank. Could maybe work, right? Cheap shot onto Silent, full Sepsis to follow. Does he get himself a go? Silent is the question of, does he get himself Vanish Cloak? Reverse onto Makima, no trinket available. Now is the time to have a go. Big secret, does he blast him out of the way? Hold on, cheat death, does he dotted? He's not dotted. He knows he more or less is there. Blind by Makima. Silent does have a cheat death. Maybe that saves a cheap trinket, but a cheap shot was super DR'd. Hold on, cheat death right there. Silent is not in a great spot. Caught himself a resell really quickly with a shadow mode, but he's not out of the woods. Makima actually does end up swiping the victory. I am very much surprised. I'm actually very much surprised. Sap to follow. This is going to be Makima bailing out of there. At least the Demon Hunter does have Spectral Sight, so maybe can catch the rogue at some point. He decided stuff for 2 minutes for a trinket, bro. Did he? Might have been. I think it was technically for a cloak, but yeah, he was setting this up for cooldowns. It should have been for like what, the second game of the night. It took a while. Makima, how do you get yourself out of this situation? Cooldowns are down. I don't even know if he's got evasion. DJ, if he gets an angle on him, I think it's lights out. Makima does with the human racial coming back up very, very soon. If you got offensives, you could actually do a lot of damage. Just got to get a trick out of the Demon Hunter. I don't know if you'll be able to. Does get it easily, though. No blind available. If you have a gouge and sprint out of the way, you could be just fine. Try to see if you can just drop down the rogue with a full sigil. Got himself the sprint. If you could just keep him from running away from you, does get the glaive to slow him down. Got the gouge. Makima with a step will not be able to go for a proper kidney shot here or anything. Meta for the Demon Hunter. Just try to see if you catch up to the rogue. Chase it after him. Cheap shot is going to be very, 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 very DR. Got himself full barrage. Chase it after the rogue with a full evasion. Makima does have a vanish coming out very, very soon. Hold on a second. Human Rich should break out of there. Vanish available very soon. That it should give you blind very, very quickly. Maybe vanish. Gouge. Are you alive? Does vanish it. Hold on a second. He's cooking. Wait. Do you have a heal? Gotta get a sip pickup going, unless you're just dead. Cloak of Shadows does give you a bit of survivability. Kidney shot, you have a go. Potentially. He got secret technique. He got sepsis. He's got everything. The other guy does not have a trinket. You're gonna send the sepsis into the guy and then blind it? I think that maybe is overcommitment. But maybe I'm the one wrong in this situation. That seems like you committed a lot of offensive power just to kill the guy. He has no trinket. And then you reset. I feel like some rogues do end up resetting maybe too early. But we'll see if that pays off at all. As Makima chills behind the pillar. He's down on cooldowns. I feel like he has himself the sepsis go. I think probably was his big go. That was his chance. And I think that blind and reset, I feel like he backed out way too early. He should have just stuck in there with it, let the sepsis do work, sprint around the corner, use blind to catch, let him catch another reset, and then went aggressive back in again with another chip shot. But I'm not sure. As DJ trying to see if he can find him, does get him the stun. There's no outs for this one. Got himself full I-beam. As a gouge comes out, Makima, I think is still in the defensive, unless somehow he does get himself turned around. Does get himself dance. Cheap shot on DJ. Does see himself a setup. Another sepsis? Another set. Wait, hold on. Maybe that was the key. Maybe that was the play. Just wait until the next sepsis. Into an imprison. Darkness down for DJ. Need himself a little bit of damage. Full explosive with a charge onto Makima. Do you just die? Hold on. Cleave. Hold on. He does go down. He almost brought it back for a second there. And then the Demon Hunter does take him. I am very much surprised how that went. I honestly thought maybe he might be able to come out. I think he should have just... Yeah, he should have committed with the first sepsis. I feel like he had the win there. That was actually a little close for both of them. Oh my god. Gotta go? Alright. Let's see if we can get ourselves... I think Rosie's gonna need a +1 then, yeah? So, one rogue is bailing. Makima gotta go for a bit. He was stunning the DR, delay DR. Yeah, I think it was a little much, man. I think we should have just stuck in there with it, right? And then sprinted out as the burst is done. +2? Okay, okay. Rosie needs +2. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. Seavark apparently is going to be losing somebody, or they maybe switching people out. But Night King does get the group up and running if you guys want to join that as well. I don't know how many they're going to be gaining, losing, or whatnot. But yeah. As far as I'm concerned, is actually trying to run the night. He did say something about... Says something about, I won't take that long again, just trying to win, not trying to be a prick. I don't know. I do think some rogues do end up doing it. I don't want to be cynical, but I kind of feel the same way as you, Wes. There's the rogues. Are we banning rogues for the night? Chat. If you ban all rogues, we could just ban every rogue and just no rogue duels. We could do it. If you guys do end up overwhelmingly as a full chat saying no rogues, we could drop all the rogues. And everybody play like ults or whatever. Not sure how I feel about Night Griff. Could try to rotate. I'm backshredder. What's up, my guy? Only people that can cheat summon is the one making those groups invited to class. I think they're just trying to fill out the groups, man. I think that's all. Makima, where's the group listed? I don't know if you... Oh, you are listed. Okay. So Makima or... No, Makima. Rosie. Different person. Completely. Does need 2 more bodies if you guys want to join in. Not sure how we... Were you there when me and Dow Duel SAD? I think you saw the VOD for it afterwards. Yeah, I think you saw the VOD later. Is the rogue share weak? I can't help the fact that rogues are strong. You know what? I feel like you gotta go to Blizzard to tell them to nerf rogues in PvP. Because honestly, I am also surprised that rogues have been able to maintain this strong for this long. Ditch rogues. Are we nuking rogues, boys? Are we banning rogues for the night? Did I make it for some 5v5s? Winkles. Yeah, you did. We got groups already. With Rosie looking for 2 more. Gonna get up hook on the buy. Should be the rogue to rogue everyone. Oh, you gotta play rogue? Okay, I'm interested. Are you gonna play like the Saber Slash rogue or oh no, it is Saber Slash. I'm not. Rogue has been away since vanilla. How's anyone surprised in the slightest? So rogues did have moments where they weren't great. Like beginning of Miss Pandaria, like nobody really played a rogue. WoD, all of WoD, we were really good. Legion, subtlety was really bad. It was like CC bot. That's really about all you could do for a bit. Well, beta sub rogue was insane, but then after the release, they really like pushed rogues down a peg. Assassinations were only ones getting played. Rogue and Q. Why not? Too much of them for the day? Yeah, too many rogues. Let's just take any other class that isn't a rogue. Yeah. I don't know if 10 is around. He did say he wanted to join in. Said he'll be there in a few, so maybe we can get him in. Even PvE, Comet Rogue was one-shotting people. Back in like, it was back in Wrath. If you're talking about like the killing spree one-shots, that Combat Rogue, like while people were mid-mount, I heard about those. I didn't get to experience them, but I heard about those. Kato, oh god, Legendary Daggers plus Trinket. I heard that rogues were really good with Lego Daggers and a Trinket. I think it was like a Dragon Soul Trinket, right? From the last raid tier. I think it was a one trinket that everybody tried to get from PvP. It was really good. Legion's 8 years old this year. Man, dude, you didn't have to say that out loud. What are you doing? Oh man, Rogue Breeze community feel I hate you for 10,000 years. You know, that is part of the Rogue aesthetic. Is everybody hates you, and I feel like it's part of the class fantasy, and I just embrace it. It's okay. I don't take it personal. It's just part of playing a Rogue. Everybody's gonna hate you. Nothing I can do about it. You know, Vile or something. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. I don't know if that item maintained its like effect, but yes, it should be at the bottom, right? Vile of Shadows. Your melee and range attacks have a chance to trigger an additional attack for physical damage. Is that what I did back then? If I one rogue, I would keep one rogue. I think we could keep one. I think we can keep one rogue. One rogue is fine. It's just when you have that many rogues, it's like a lot of much. One rogue is fine. One rogue is fine. Yeah. Combat rogues with PvE gear and Wrath Lich King was killing people for 3 seconds, but it's squishy because of PvE gear. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't think people hate rogues as much as I think people hate multiple rogues or long stealth resets. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Ready then? Okay. Chills, are you ready too? Because we got a 5 and 5. We're ready. We're good. If you guys do a list, we'll be good to go. My Rogue and Wrath are Sans people. I was thinking of playing a Rogue and Wrath. I ended up leveling a Paladin, but only until level like 60 or 71 maybe. I got into like the early areas of Wrath, but I was just chilling then. Didn't really get to play too much. Rosie, do a list your group analogy and then we can queue up. Keep Assassin Torrent. I do like the Assassin Torrent too. Yeah. If you keep Hockeys, I'm okay if Hockeys is still around because I kind of like. I think I'm over subtlety rogue specifically in duels, personally. I feel like we watched them way too many times. It happens. Just really good in duels, specifically. Rosie and Knight King 5. Let's do a Lordaeron, I guess. I don't really know. I'm just trying to give us some random variety of arenas to work with the night. But I think it's like subtlety is what I'm kind of like. Like, I'm as much of a viewer as you guys are of the duels. And I like watching Assassination rogues or even Outlook because it's at least something different. Assassin, particularly the one-shots with Deathmark, just something about that like big, bursty one banger is just like, it's kind of OP, but it's also like hilarious to me every single time. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. I just really like it. It didn't all work. I'll try Lordaeron again. We'll see what happens. Starbuck needs to do less damage. A little bit impossible to 100 someone CC chain. I do think they need to I think the double advantage for sub rogue is a little strong. Oh, we got a guy named Q Druid. I like it. I like it. Bad Bunny on Assass. I'm okay with that too. Double vanish, yeah. Something's gotta get like tuned. I don't really know what gotta get tuned, but something's gotta get tuned. That's for sure. That's for sure. Parasite is back in, yo. The army's back in. Oh my goodness, we got one rogue for each team. That's fine. One rogue, not the most overpowered thing in the world, right? Just keep it that max for the evening. I think it's gonna be as even as we're gonna be able to get it. I think the rogue is still gonna get a hate either way tonight, but I think it's about as even as we could have it. I don't like banning somebody that's like, oh, you'll play this class, leave, never to return, right? I don't like the idea of it, but I got why we do it. You know what I mean? Which? And then to be pure glass cannon? Maybe. I mean, probably. Got us a Bad Bunny over on the team one as the Assassination over for that group with cute Druid on there as well. I like the Mog, actually. It looks good. We got Janara first up as an Arms Warrior versus Chills as he summons up the army of the undead, switching over to the Unholy. Trying to make Frost work for a couple of matches. Back to that Unholy, since that thing does immensely more damage. Janara trying to see if they can fight through it. The full damage. What has just happened? Blind to follow. Got him some parry as the stun comes out. Chills just goes in for another army of the dead behind his back. And Janara, nothing they can do. Literally just ran circles around the warrior. Blast 1, blast 2, took him out. Winks the Evoker. I was about to say Demon Hunter for some reason. Is up next. We haven't seen Devastations here in a while. AMS up for Chills. Does go for the interrupt. Winks trying to get some cast off here and there. Needs to get himself the Fire Breath at some point versus Chills. Does get himself Disintegrates, which is doing quite a number of damage actually. As Winks so far holding back his big combo, trying to see if he can knock Chills. Does not really go anywhere. Wants to go in for the big deep breath at some point, I'm pretty sure. But does go for a little bit of recovery himself. Had himself the what's it called? Shroud? The CC breaker shroud for a bit. So he's doing fine. Deep breath into Chills. Does get the IBF. Got himself the big dip burst into Essence, into Disintegrate. Walk and I get interrupted. Chills just trying to see if he can fight through it with a Fire Breath. Trying to get the army of the undeads joining in. Still immune to CC for a bit as Wings just rotate from one wall maybe into the next. Got himself interrupted on fire, but got himself frosty damage. Maybe he can go for a heal. Not a lot of health available. Trying to maybe catch up, but Chills does end up kind of running through the Evoker. That was so much damage out of the Dragon, but barely surviving. Bad Bunny up next as a full Assassin Rogue. Full bleeds. Maybe Chills Pills can somehow catch up a little bit of health. I don't think he has an AMS available, but at least while Unholy, maybe he can wait for some cooldowns. Does go for the death pact. Consuming a good portion of his health into necrotic, but does give it at least out to work with. Just not a lot. If you can keep dots on a Bad Bunny or at least keep pets on him, then at least you can maybe keep the rogue in combat for as long as possible. At least waiting out until the necrotics are gone. Does get hit with a Garrote. I don't know where your pet is at. I think you might have sacrificed that already. Got himself the army with a stun to Bad Bunny. If you can just hit him slowed, maybe you can get some kind of combo stun. I think Bad Bunny might just have you. There's not much you can do. Getting low, full bleeds. I think it's just over. We'll see Receiver charging out, dropping down a Frozen Orb into Bad Bunny. It does hit him, but he doesn't get hit. Hold on, it rolls into you. We all saw it literally roll into you, but it just disappears. Picking up the eye, you should be able to see Bad Bunny around the corner. Blizzard, I think, does catch him with a lance, does know him down immediately. This way, you either have a Cloak of Shadows. I think you're just dead. Hold on, I think you're, yeah, I think you just have a Cloak of Shadows or you're just done. With Cute Druid going to be up next as a balanced Druid, actually. I don't see those guys that often. I think last time I actually see Boomby versus Frostmage on the EU. I think it was yesterday too with Panorama. I think he actually blasted it. Surprisingly, they can do a lot of damage and they have the good CC in order to deal with the mage fairly well. It's going to be Seavark with a breath onto Cute with a full ring of frost as well. Knocking him doesn't get to freeze him though, which is unfortunate. Convoke the spirits does interrupt him. Looking to get him blasted out completely. Does not get him frozen though with that snow drip, but still going to be quite a bit of damage. Cute Druid able to catch up a little bit of health. Glacier Spike does spike himself down to about half a shell, but he's able to keep himself maintained as best as possible with a bark skin just to give himself a little bit of that damage reduction. Have himself Heart of the Wild too, so could use that in order to catch up in healing. Ray of Frost can uninterrupted bear form. Heart of the Wild maybe can go for Friends of Region. Got himself at least empowered healing, so that could help him out quite a bit. Could also go for regrowth. I also don't think regrowth maybe cost him mana. Does get interrupted though with a spike around the corner. Oh, that spike though, that interrupt, the aggressive blink. I love seeing it. Is it dropping down a full set of a AoE as Seavark? Thought he'd get himself full CC or full AoE, but Rosie I think just wants to give him as much of an honor duel. Wants to give him as much of a chance as humanly possible. I like the honor duels in these, by the way. It's really good. I like it. As Seavark gets himself a proper chance. Doesn't have Ice Block though. Seems okay. Damage wise, no icy wins for a bit, but it should for the most part be okay. I thought you were Brimkin for some reason. I don't know why, but it is a feral druid. Should be able to break out of the roots fairly easily if you power shift stone onto Seavark with a bash to follow. Does he get snow drifted? He doesn't. He's actually just gonna Barsk and just keep the pressure on the mage. Alter time is available, so he's gonna be able to alter a lot of the bleed damage. Rosie does have incarnation. This is where you get the most amount of possible damage. Shreds and rakes are all doing the most amount of damage as if you're in stealth, so everything is amplified by quite a bit. With the Rare Frost trying not to get interrupted, does get a juke at them. Does get a Rosie. Not a lot of health available. Trying to see if he can back up behind the pillar. Glacial does not really get to leave the fingertips of Seavark whatsoever. Should power to follow. And Rosie does end up recovering in behind the pillar. Dampening not super high, so it's an opportunity for you to catch up a little bit of healing. Trying to stay aggressive, does get the bleed onto Seavark. Will not be able to lock him down with a stun, but at least the rake bleed should still be able to do quite a bit. Freeze onto Rosie, does not have a trinket. Oh, that's gonna hurt a lot. Do you have Rare Frost too? Lances are doing the work? Oh, there's just not much you can do. Once you get locked down in a freeze like that, it's done. Unless you have a trinket. It actually has this like good old Frost Mage deep freeze kind of tech to it. Full frozen, full stunned, takes a little bit of a ramp up to do it, but it's just as strong. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? Both Shield as well as Rosie. Let me know when you boys are ready, and we'll get another one going, yeah? Unless you guys need more bodies, then let me know as well. Would you Para and Seavark on the same stream? Do we pair both of them? We might want to separate the two. I'm not gonna lie. May want to do that at some point. Might not be the worst idea. Chills, let me know if you're ready. Let me know if 5 might be my last one. Okay, cool. We can maybe switch up the groups then. Once you were gonna, it was bad 10 years ago and still the same. What, Frost Mage? We could separate? Yeah, we could do that. Hold on. Rosie and Night King. Can you guys open up the groups in LFG real quick? We can do this. We can send Para over to Team Rosie, and then Rosie can send, I don't know, like a Druid or something over to Night King. So if you guys both open up the groups in LFG, we should be able to get both of you switched up. So we'll try to see if we can take Parasite over in the other team, just to even out the groups a little bit. Just a hair. Just a second. Just a little bit. Or just left, got off. Oh, okay. So then Night King needs a +1, unless Seavark was gonna switch over to the other team, potentially, or just okay. I'm gonna assume he just hopped off for the night, so we can still do that though, right? Rosie now got 5, so I guess Parasite went over there. Oh no, Parasite still didn't. So we need 2 more for Team Chills then. Or 1 more for Team Chills? Okay, I'm getting a little confused. Hold on. Yeah, we just need 1 for Team Chills. If you guys want to join in, Chills got a group right now, a +1. We can do this real quickly. Parasite, I don't know if you're in chat or not. Could you hop on over to Team Rosie? And Rosie, I don't know, if you want to do like a slash roll to see who goes over to Team Chills, just so we can like switch out some bodies. Probably not a rogue. Probably not the rogue. Just so we could keep like 1 rogue on each team. Math is hard? Oh, it's impossible. At least while streaming, I feel like it's pretty bad. Yeah. Druid is going. Cool. So we'll have the Druid go over to Team Night King. We'll have Parasite go over to Team Rosie. We'll still need a +1 over for Team Chills if you guys want to join in. Here we go. I'll ask 10, see if he's down, because he did say he wanted to join in. We can get... Let me see if anybody is on... It wasn't on earlier. Potentially. Oh, Dragonblade. I haven't seen that man in a while. Hold on a second. I can see if he wants to join in, actually. Potentially. Clapping Boys, that's such a good name, honestly. Such a good name. Yeah, let me see if it wants to join in. Where is he at? There we go. Has he got the druid? Yeah, it looks like he did get the druid. Yeah, he's got 4 in his team, so just in a +1. If you guys want to join, groups are listed over in the Raids Legacy section. Easiest way to find the groups, just type in 5 in the search, hit enter, and you should be able to find the Dal 5V5 group. But Chills, did you get the druid? I think he did, yeah. I think he did. He probably did, if I had to guess. If he didn't, then it's a 5th that he's going to be able to get in a bit. Yeah, he did get it. Yeah, just in a +1 will be good to go. Is that what he's on Blood Dagger's cute druid? Okay, okay. All good, friend. All good, no worries, Dragonblade. Well, let's give me white, man. I think I asked everybody, but no, I think I did ask everybody. I didn't ask Fang, but he is not on right now. And this ball was to join back in. Hell yeah, man. Okay, 10 is down to join in, but he's doing like one more, I guess, Choose game or something for caps. So 10 is down to join in. So we can get him in here in a bit. $470? Yo, wait, 471? Yo, NA has done so many games just in a single evening. That or I'm just keep accidentally I do sometimes end up getting copies saved of whatever audio we do for our duels. And I just like, every single time we do a duel, I'm like, okay, pause the recording. Then we go save the recording. And then I go talk to the chat, or we do the duels or groups and stuff and try to manage that and whatever, right? Message people on B-tag. I'm like, did I save it? Did I not save it? And every time I try to see if I can just like, you know what? If I'm not sure, I'm just gonna save it again. You sure? Is that supposed to be one of us? You sure? You sure? Давай. I think that would be the most colloquial, the most natural. It's like one of mas in Russian. It's like, you sure, давай. It would be like, you sure is like almost like one more, go. Давай would be like kind of like go. It would be like the most natural way to say it. 5, beautiful. Alrighty, got ourselves a Rosie and Night King. What maps have we not done today? We done Hook, we done Rook, we done Tigers. Let's try to get some big unholy slapper in here, man. I believe in my man Chills. I'm actually gonna rewind the song because I like this one a lot. Oh, you know what? I want to see some Winks. I want to see some Willy Winks blasting it out on the dragon, man. So for some reason, it won't do my do a loop. I'm excited about that. So Twitch. Alrighty, boys. I don't know how many more we're gonna do for the night. I want to keep going while we got groups, but yeah. While we have groups, I want to keep going as many as possible. But it's about 7 or so. Normally we do this for about 2 hours, so it might be wrapping up. Well, we'll see. Wait, is that an actual physical wall? I can't get through it? Yeah, I can. Is it this part that I can't get through? So like the metal bits I can't get through, but the wooden I can. Sorta. Huh. Weird. Chills over on the team too. We got us this cute druid on the Feral? No, Boomkin still. Silent Kush on the sub rogue with X. Rice? I'm just gonna call you Rice on the shadow PC. First up. I like the hat, by the way. We got us a DJ as well. I actually like this mug. It's like a very, very old school Demon Hunter look to it. I like that a ton. But cute, gonna be first up versus Rosie, a little bit of a druid square off between the two. Just trying to see if we can say hello. A quick little honorable bow. I like it. Look at this. I like that. Boomkin versus Feral, though, I think it's pretty one-sided. I think Feral usually eats him with the Winks over on this team, with Parasite as well. I like the mount, my guy. With Janara, I think just trying to get a better angle, as well as Bat Bunny waiting their turn. Opener onto Cute. The question is, though, can the Balance Druid somehow swing versus a Feral? For years, we watched Balance Druids get absolutely devoured by Feral Druids, but I wonder if there's an opportunity for you to turn the table on him. Trinket out of Rosie might give good kind of a situation that could be worked with. It's going to be Skull Bash onto the Convoke, but still got a lot of damage onto Rosie though. Hold on a second. Lots of damage by Rakujo right now. Rosie feeling the pressure as he's dropping down mushrooms on the guy into big surges, but he does end up picking up a little bit more damage than the other guy. Ends up overpowering him little by little, with Shilpo's trying to see if he can deny the druid. And he kind of reset behind the pillar, get himself the ghoul, stunning around the corner, got himself the swarm, as well as a potential lots of damage with a rune weapon. Big blaster to Rosie. What was that? I don't even know what you hit him with at the end. This is going to be Wings up next, trying to see if he can drop down. Big deep breath on the chills, full burst available. Eternity Surge right after. Got him some big zappers with the Disintegrate, dropping down the dome for just a moment as Wings kind of mosey behind the pillar, catching up a little bit of healing. The dragon taking big hits, but is able to recover a ton of health. Disintegrate while walls up, cannot get interrupted. There isn't much he can really do to stop him. It's Chills trying to see if he can march towards the dragon, but there isn't much he can really do. Trying to catch up whatever healing he can. Lichborn is available, does get the interrupt on the blue finally into a big old grip, but Wings stunned up, no trinket available. Does have Rachel's in order to be able to knock Chill's pills back, or at least up in the air. But does he have himself any more survivability? Every single beam that he tries to go for gets interrupted. He has to go for Eternity Surge or Living Flame just to heal. As he got himself one more Disintegrate, maybe one of us. Oh, Chimpus does it up, overpowering him with a full army of the undead. With the Apocalypse Death back last second, does it up, blasting him. No honor? I don't even know how Death that can give an honor, even to a classic a druid. I think he has to claw out whatever victory he can. And of course, it's a rogue. Immediately does have ABF for the rogue though. I don't know how you deal with the Death Mark, but AMS does end up stopping a lot of the substance damage. The bleed still hurt, but if you can get yourself a big stun into Bad Bunny, maybe get some bunch of pets. If you get somehow find a way to get no, I don't even know what happened. I thought he was okay for a second, and then the man had a heart attack. Was it just bleeds, or was it like a Kingsbane or something? I'm not even sure. Silent does not want to give Bad Bunny a situation of victory at all. Just wants to see if he can lock him down really quick with a trinket immediately for Bad Bunny with a blind. Are you dotted? You're not dotted, so actually at least gives you an opportunity to catch a full reset. Still holding on to a death mark though, so versus Silent, I guess the question is, are you going to try to see if you can separate the cooldowns, go for Sepsis first, and then go for death mark later? Because I don't think you want a death mark into his Cloak of Shadows or anything, or death mark, then have him clean it off with Cloak of Shadows. But it does give you an opportunity here at the very least, because both Sepsis and death mark, separating those two, can both do quite a bit of damage. Silent puts himself out in the open for just a second with a quick Fan on Ice, but does dip back in the south. Eyes are available, but Bad Bunny, I don't think he wants to go out there in the open while he doesn't have a trinket at all. If anything, get an opener to Silent does get him a sap. Potentially can get himself a big go. Question is, what cooldowns does he end up committing here? Trinket by Silent with a gouge, trying to make sure that Bad Bunny doesn't even get a ramp up opener at all. That's a lot to commit here. Get himself a Cold Blood. That's a lot of damage with the secret technique. Cloak of Shadows for Bad Bunny. Evasion up for Silent Kush. Maybe Bad Bunny, if he has himself comb points, maybe he can go for a Kidney Shot. And then maybe getting some kind of a setup. I think it's still the Art Dome. Silent does end up diving back into Vanish. Bad Bunny looking for a reset of his own. Is he ruptured? He is ruptured, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for him to catch a reset. But I think Silent Kush is also dotted too. Does get the AoE. Cheap shot into Bad Bunny. Does get the opener. Cheat Death with Bad. Doesn't even get a Cheat Death. Just denied the Cheat Death. I don't even know how. With Parasite. No. Oh, it is Parasite. Second to last over for the team. One has to fight versus a rogue versus another demon hunter and the Shadow Priest. Question is though, will he be able to? Wait, is that a ball that you're throwing to the mount? Is that what it is? I like it. I didn't even know that was the animation. Trinket immediately out of the rogue, trying to see if he can catch him. Quick stun right after. Rogue without a trinket. Got him some big cleave. Massive burst. Silent taking huge hits. Big bleed on the guy too. I don't think he'll be able to catch a proper reset. Does go for the Cloak of Shadows just to remove stuff. It's going to be Eye Spectre for Parasite, but enough time has passed between the blind and him catching reset where he got out of combat. For Silent though, it's a question of, is he going to have enough? Vengeful Treat does deny the sap or even Kidney Shot. Parasite, the question is he going to be able to find Silent picking up the eye? Well, who picked up the eye? I'm not even sure who picked it up. Silent does get the opener. Parasite taking huge hits though as the demon that he take massive output. Stun, blur, does get himself a sigil with the sigil of flame. Doing a lot of damage to Silent though. While he's seeing him completely. Hold on, does Silent go down? He's still got Cheat Death. Blade Dance, is this enough? Cheat Deaths vanish? Does he find him? That's the question. If you find him right now, you might be okay. Vengeful Treat, leaping in. I think he more or less knows where he's at. If you just throw a glaive at the guy or two, just throw a glaive, that might be enough to kill Silent. Hold on, that damage is gonna do a lot. Charge around the corner, stun trick, and last second for the rogue. Oh, he goes down either way. When the Rise doesn't even go to give Parasite a chance here, goes in for immunity. Choosing to run away. Might want to create himself some line of sight. No, stay in Metamorphosis, stay in with as much leech healing as possible. Does go in for Imprison. That is that's not a lot of heal you're gonna be able to get. Darkness, maybe you can get some survivability. Trying to go for eventual retreat, not much you can do. I think Rise might just have you hold on. Oh, that was so close. If only Rise gave you even like a breather, even just a moment to just back away for a second, I think might have given you a chance there, but that is rough. Dropping down a Shadow Crash onto Janara as a drop in a full fear onto Rice with a shockwave right after. Has this burst, has everything. The question is, does the Shadow Priest have enough here in order to fight the Warrior Fade for just a second? Might be looking to disperse really early. That is a full bleed, stun, Void Torrent, trickets out of it, interrupted on Shadow. This is going to give Rice not much to work with. Trying to flash heal with a disperse. Not a lot of healing at 30. Actually, 33% dampening is not that bad. We are this early into the duel. And it's going to be also a Shadow Fiend or Psy Fiend join in as well. Slowing down Janara, that's helping you quite a bit. Got him some parry, maybe reflect. Kind of blinking all over the place. Rice, do you have anything for this one? Shadow Crash, that's really about it. Maybe a bit of healing, maybe Shadow Meld. I think it's all we got. Yeah, did the very best. And DJ, I don't think he's going to give you a chance to stabilize whatsoever. Actually, I don't think he was able to put up too many Shadow Priest dots on Janara. So I think he was getting some second wind there healing at the very, very tail end. But does it? Just absolutely cleaved down. With Chills taking 2, Rice picking up 2 actually at the end. Not bad, not bad. DH is broken. DH are very, very strong right now. There's a reason why everybody in the mother is playing a DH, and they're very, very strong. Although dampening definitely does hurt him quite a bit. Let's get another one going, boys. Rosie, do you need more bodies, or are you going to be out ski? Or do you want to do one more? Uno más for the road. Ready? Okay, cool. Chilpas, let me know if you're ready. Let me check. Let me know if you got a 5. Let me know if ready. ADK, at least Demon Hunter requires skill. I would agree, yeah. I would agree. I mean, what, compared to Rogue? You know what? The days of Legion Demon Hunters, one left. Oh, we got a spot. We got a spot. I got a guy. I'm in. Cool. Okay, should be good, right? Should be ready. Take 0 skill. It's unhealable DPS, and it's like 85% of the class. It is very, very hard to heal damage that they do. But they're not nearly as like easy as they were back in Legion, where it was like just spam Chaos Strike and you're good. They do have a lot more finesse to them, I'd say, like the mobility and being able to maximize your burst damage and the setups and little combos. I'm sure like it doesn't take too long to really, you know, get into it. But Night Chill, we got 10. He's trying to see if he can join the group real quickly. So I'm about to say hi for Algorithm Pal. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, my man? Drop a like. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. I love it. Now, big man, happy new year to you and yours. What's up, Shane? Hope you're having a good one, man. Parasite is sick. I love him, man. Does the new expansion have a release date yet? Deck, no. It doesn't. No, not for a while. I don't think we're going to be getting a release date for a good bit until they're like nice and ready. Although it is assumed end of August, middle of August, because of some voice line that there is in the black market auction as vendor, but no like confirmation or nothing. What have we not done as arena? We done Dalaran 2, we done Lord one. Other than a grand. Let's do another Nagran. Wait, you declined 10? Wait, did Chills take 10 or did they decline 10? Because 10 did sign up. You guys took Makiva? Did you just not want to have too many Demon Hunters on your team? Is that what happened? Well, I guess now each team has a rogue, boys. Demon Hunter can't sit in stealth and wait for resets. That's true. But why did you take a Demon Hunter? Because we had 10 signing up. Apparently he said he got declined. I know I watched plenty of DHs play decent and not being able to make it work. And I watched plenty of rogues play horrible and kill people. I will say this, Rogue does feel more forgiving from the viewer perspective. Not gonna lie, it does feel like the Rogue has get out of jail free cards more than any other class in the game. And I think that one is not a feel. I think they do. I really do think Rogues do. But yeah, for Demon Hunters, I do think it's a little bit tougher to maintain themselves. It's you got to really play around mobility, really around hit and run. You really got to use your CDs appropriately, because if you don't, it's not gonna feel that good. Switch. Janara immediately opens up. I haven't seen this kind of camera view in a while. Look at this. Oh, I don't like the way it's angled. Hold on, is this gonna... Wait, I can switch over to cute? Yeah, I don't like this. I like this better. This is a lot better. I think if it was like centered downwards a little, then the camera would look fine. But the way that it hovers naturally, it's a little weird. Janara trying to see if he can just chop down cute as he got himself plenty of mobility. Root down onto Janara. Full dot. Star Surge just pile drive with the guy as he's chilling behind the pillar. Second win, not gonna be helping out. That's a regrowth for one. Dots for the other. Janara not feeling all the good. We'll definitely need to find a way to lock down the druid, but that is a heart of the wild that is getting used up. Is that dots falling off that quickly? I guess Moonfire and Sunfire don't last long at all, huh? For some reason, I thought they had like a long duration, like similar to the Frost DK dot, like a 30 seconds, but I guess I'm wrong about that. Got himself full dots, full damage on Janara, back it up out of there for a bit as Druid got himself a good situation. As long as he's kind of out in the open and can use the mobility to back up out of there, he'll be fine. Plus, he got himself also the Fade Dragon as well, just adding a little bit extra pressure to Janara. Does the Fade Dragon even count as damage? Probably does. I think you just use not second wind, but the impending victory to heal yourself, right? Most likely. I'm gonna switch to the next song, boys. Oh, is it not shuffle? I'm not sure if it is. Maybe it's not shuffle. I don't think it is. Stun onto Cute, trying to see if he can maybe fight the Janara. Does go for the Fear as a Cyclone comes out. Bash to follow. Got him some bark. Will that be enough? However, full combo could be an interrupt. No interrupt by the Warrior. This gives Kidra an opportunity to at least unleash the full barrage of, I think, Starster just trying to go for Cyclone. No interrupt for Janara. I was about to ask, actually, is it not talented interrupt? But I don't think Warriors have a choice. I think you just get it as a baseline. Some classes don't actually get interrupt as a baseline. Like Paladin, for example, with Rebuke. You don't actually need it like against a raid boss. I guess technically it's a talent point saved. But yeah. Regrowth out for Cute Druid as he goes in for a bit of a reset. Janara still out in the middle. This is very cute. I think just to find an angle to get a more Star Surges onto Janara, or find a way just to keep the dot pressure going the entire time. Because the Warrior trying to play super safe while the Druid is in stealth does pop out. Janara just needs to find a way to lock him down, full bleeds and everything. I think should be fine. Shaman don't get a base kick. You would think Shamans would get a baseline kick. I feel like it's just part of the class, and they have one of the best kicks in the game too. So for that one, I'm actually very surprised Shamans don't get one baseline. I know Rogues, Demon Hunters, and Warriors get one baseline. Maybe like, do Mages get one? I guess Warlocks technically do when they get a pet. Used to be on the talents though. Used to be a kick without, the pet. That was a weird one during like late beta, I think it was. Barks it up for Druid. Is it gonna go for a knock? Blaze up for Janara, but try to see if you can use a Blaze up, just stay mobile, stay on top of Cute. Main interrupt for the Convoke, does get to bash right after. Have him so a wall in case he needs to as the avatars rolling in. Dots are finally fueling Cute Druid. Needs to make sure he got a lot inside of Janara. He has him in such a good situation. I feel like he might just need to push in with a leap around the corner just to keep the Star Surges going. He's played it very carefully. He doesn't want to go in there next to the Warrior. Doesn't want to get melee down. But Janara, as the wait out for the dots, second one kicking in. If you can deny it, I think you just win by default. Force Janara to get aggressive with you. Wait, hold on. Trying to get the angle. Make sure Moonfire Sunfire don't fall off. That's get second win healing. He's doing it. He's doing it. Trying to see if he can get an angle. Down to follow by the Warrior, lead by the Druid. Got him some plenty of survivability. If he just stays and keeps the guy away from Pillar, he might just have him. I think he may need a root or two. Try to see if you can power shift to maybe get him some mobility. Stun right after Janara with those little Fade Dragons spawning a little by little. Does give Kid Druid quite a bit of extra damage if he does commit the capstone talents into it. Barely, not really taking too much damage from a Blaze Up though. Janara not in a good spot right now. Does go for the Trinket Quick Fear. Maybe play defensive? No. Wants to stay aggressive. Wants to see if he can maybe make some kind of a play. Root to follow for Druid. Just needs a little bit more. Stormbolt right after. Got himself Reflect as well. I feel like he just needs to stay aggressive just a little bit more. He's so close. Does get himself a charge with an impending victory. That is going to give him quite a bit of that survivability. But not a lot of help to work with. Silence cannot really go for Rallying Cry. Does get hit with the Cyclone. Parry up very, very soon for Gennaro though. But there's a pillar right next to you. Yeah, there's a pillar right next to you. For Q-Druid, I feel like he almost expects that the warrior's gonna chase him. But he just needs to expect the opposite. Does get aggressive. There we go. As long as he keeps the dots on the guy, I think he does maybe lose. I'm not even sure. Why did Gennaro just turn this around, man? Why did Gennaro just turn this around out of nowhere? Does get knocked back with a blaze storm to follow, rolling over towards Q, trying to see if he can stay on him the best possible. Reflect, not available, but Sharpen Blades is up. That could make it hard for Q to leave. Hold on, Big Blade right after. Got a Sharpen Blades, trying to heal through Sharpen Blades, not feeling that good. Big flap, but does get charged on. Trying to go for a kick on the Cyclone, does not get reflected though. But for Q, that does give him a bit of a breather. But I guess the question now is like, do you have your Nature's Vigil coming back up? Is that available? Gennaro catching up all this. I think this guy's got so many impending victories this time for this duel. It's like the most value that talent has get ever. Root onto Gennaro, but actually Convoke does not attack him since he's rooted. It treats him as a CC target and tries not to prioritize him until the very, very tail end. That is actually so unfortunate. I guess he got himself a nice heal out of this one though. Fear to follow. Q drew with some star charges. Got him some plenty of resources. Gennaro trying to stay on him as best as possible. Do you have a stun charge? And then Q does end up capitalizing on it though. Took a bit. I feel like once he stopped getting like super backpedaling out of it and just chase after the guy, once he put in the pressure, he definitely did do it. Bad Bunny with a sub bro. Q does get a root on the guy. As well as your Fade Dragons. I'm very surprised. Or were you in stealth? Oh, it was Shadow Meld. I was gonna say, I was surprised your Fade Dragons were not just blasting the rogue. But he wasn't Shadow Meld, so I guess that makes sense. Cyclone to bad. Just go for a Trinket. It's going to be regrows back-to-back for Q-Druid. Needs to find a way to keep Bad Bunny away, though. Does knock him. It's going to be a vanish. One of the vanishes is gone. If Q can just live through this next go, he might be a right Trinket to follow him. Cheap shot right after. Have himself Heart of the Wild, so maybe they'll give you a little bit of survivability. Another root. Those Fade Dragons again. They backpedal out of there. Use a Kabone just to survive. I mean, I guess the sub bro, it kind of makes sense, but the fact that you don't have a Trinket anymore, that might put you in a bit of a rougher situation, friend. That might be a little bit more difficult than anything. Kidney shot? Nah, I gotta feel great. Nature's Vigil is coming back up though, so if you have any kind of damage to follow, you might be okay. Bad Bunny does have a Cloak of Shadows. Got himself a little bit of damage. Cloak of Shadows really early, but Druid just needs himself a little survivability. Bear form, maybe a nice little cheeky friends and regen. But if you got yourself any kind of damage just to keep the pressure rolling, Nature's Vigil is gonna help a ton. Does go for the root. It is gonna go for Regos behind the pillar. I feel like the longer this game goes though, the dampening is gonna catch up to this guy fairly quickly. But so far he's been able to live the rogue pretty well. Pick that out, Fell Hunter. Oh yeah, that's so weird. That is true. This is going to be Kidney Shot onto Druid. Does get a full sepsis on the guy. Bash to follow. Bad Bunny does not really have a way to stop the damage unless he goes for a vanish. Does go for the vanish, but I think he's still dotted. Oh, the enemy team, the Bad Bunny's team. I think Rosie and Wings took a couple of Raz there or Star Surges. But Q-Druid so far is surviving. Is Bad Bunny still dotted? He is dotted. Hold on. If you actually just go for Moonfires and the guy's Sunfires around the pillar, you might be able to at least keep the rogue out of stealth. No, he got back in. It's going to be Eye, maybe? You do have the eyes back behind you. Have some Barskin come back up. Trinket in about 22. 55 seconds on the Rogue Trinket. Does not have a vanish for a while, so if Q-Druid has any kind of burst pressure, he could maybe make something work here. Because Bad Bunny does not have any defenses or escapes. He has CC, so maybe he could just control the fight entirely. As Q-Druid is going to be a frenzied regen as an emergency proc at a 43% dampening though, not going to feel great. Does get run in the rogue, but catches himself a Shadow Meld. I only catch kind of like an ability to just throw down like mushrooms, the old mushrooms, so you can just point and click anywhere on the map. Those have been so good. Does he catch him? Does thrash him out technically. Sepsis, Trinket to follow. Bad Bunny, I think at this point should have everything here. I don't know what else Kid Druid could really do in this situation. Try to regrowth as much as possible. Unless you can maybe dispel the sepsis, which I don't think you can. Does end up going down. That is unfortunate. With DJ over for the team 2, should be able to maybe get a Sigil of Flame on the Bad Bunny. I think was able to land it as he goes in for a gouge. Caught a Restoth with a Shadow Mode? Is that what it was? Actually, I think it was a vanish. I think that might have been a vanish. As DJ trying to get himself a better angle if at all possible. Maybe meta? No. Just saps him. He walks up, takes a little bit of that Fell Flame. He's still taking Fell Flame damage. I'm surprised it doesn't put him in combat. Hold on. How are you catching a Restoth even though it's Immolation? I guess Immolation already doesn't put you in combat at all. color me surprised. Can a shot onto DJ. This to go for a trinket here though. As Bad Bunny blasts him out in the opener stun. If DJ got himself a good go, maybe this could be huge. Evasion up for Bad Bunny, trying to avoid as much damage as possible. Stun with the sigil exploding right under him. Potential lots of damage for DJ to work with. Into a big hunt as Bad Bunny does go for the Cloak of Shadows. There's a full fell barrage with a meta right after. It's going to keep barraging even though after the cloak does wane a little bit later. As DJ just needs a little bit more as the rogue goes in for a gout. Cheap shot, trinket. Sepsis needs to find a way to live this. Do you have a blur? You might need to press blur if you have it. As Rogue is going to have plenty of damage. Got himself a Visitors back-to-back. Does end up taking it, I think. Oh, does go with the secret technique at the very, very end. Chill Pills, third over for the team 2. Needs to find a way to find the Rogue. Death and Decay on either end. As we are heading that 55% dampener. Bad Bunny trying to see if he can get himself an escape. I think still dotted, right? Yeah, he is dotted. But the Vanish does give him enough time inside of that enhanced stealth window to get behind the pillar. You have it. We technically do have your pet, right? Yeah. Should be able to find him? No? Bad Bunny tried to see if he can get an opener before him. As he goes in for a full blind stun. Nothing he can do. Yeah, does end up taking a cheat death. And he dies. I was going to say for a second, how much damage could he do before he truly comes down? As Rose is going to be up next. Charging over behind Chilpos, playing the Feral. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage either way. Chilpos might have to go super aggressive here in the opener. This is going to be a leap, almost picking up the eye. IBF immediately, somebody ended up picking up the eye either way, though. I think it was Chilpos at the end of the day. Trying to see if he can just walk away from Rosie. Chain of Vi just walking away from the Druid with a Lichboard, trying to catch up a little bit of healing with a Death Cause, I believe. Oh no, now he's Lichboarding. It looked like he was Lichboarding earlier. Taking so much damage from the Blaze. Sacrificing the goal. There's only so much he can do. Death back last second. Trying to see if he can fight through the Feral Druid wall up. And Rosie actually barely surviving it with the Rise. I don't think going to get the Feral Druid out of his sight at all. He's got him in a great spot. He could go for Shadow Ward Deaths. That should do a lot of execute damage. Trying to see if he can catch him. Do not have the tier set? It might not have the tier set that helps him do like triple Shadow Ward Deaths back to back. I think that might have actually killed the guy just there. Because that is a lot of potential damage right now. Rise, he sees himself an angle. Shadow Crusher on the corner. I believe that does connect. Sometimes it doesn't. Is it dotted? It's so hard to tell. He is taking some kind of health damage, so I think he is dotted. Cyclone for Rosie. Rise no longer has a trinket. That could make it a little bit harder for the Shadow Priest to really make a play. And Rosie is going to retreat behind the pillar. Not much they could really do. It is one of the downfalls of a Shadow Priest. Not a lot of mobility. Technically, much better mobility than in any expansion so far. With Feathers, with Fade, I guess Disperse if you end up using that, and Shield movement speed buffs. But in PvP with slows, there really isn't a lot that a Shadow Priest can do to get around nearly as easily as some of the other classes like Rogues, Pharaohs, Demon Hunters, Monks. You know what I mean? Warriors too. Another clone as Rosie. I think he's just trying to see if he can bank up maybe a bit of a Cyclone opener with a Feral Frenzy. Does go for the stun. Trinket immediately. Does get hit with a Skull Bash. Got himself a shield, but that's a big bite with a fatty bleed. Rolling Rice is not feeling that good. 70% dampener. There's only so much they can really do in this situation. Even had the Aegis proccing too, which is super unfortunate. There's one big defensive emergency healing and is not going to have access to it anymore. If Rosie gets another big old go, potentially disperse, does at least dampen the damage taken. Still quite a bit of bleeds going. Not a lot of healing at 72% dampening. I don't think Rice can really do much here unless they can catch Rosie in the fear and go for like a big one-shot. One banger does catch him in the fear. Hold on. That's exactly what they needed. Full dots, PI, Void Eruption. Everything is available. Mind Games is going to help with some survivability there. At least denying some of the damage from Rosie. Big body the way through the bash. I think it still takes him with a cheap shot out of Makima. I don't think he's going to give him a chance yet. Just actually gets him right in the arena floor. Is it Winx or is it Parasite next? I think it is Para. I don't think it would have given Makima a chance to reset. Makima is playing big stealth game tonight. Wait, Rice? He did it to Rice? Wait, he also did it to, who is that? Bad Bunny? Wait, why is everybody getting battered here? What is happening? Is it a friend of yours or something? Why is everybody getting battered? Wait, Jonara's now a ghoul? I don't think I've ever seen that toy. What is that? That's gotta be Shadowland's toy, right? Now he's got a friend. Now he's got a ghost friend. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Huh. 79% dampening. Parasite ain't healing for any of this. And he's a class that needs actually a little bit of healing. Cheap shot by Makima with a sepsis, I think is good. Yeah, full immunity. Does go for the kidney shot. Parasite technically has the most amount of mobility while immunity is active. Try to see if you can catch up to Makima. It's going to be able to swing around the corner quick and prison Sigil of Fear. Trying to see maybe we can get some kind of trick out of Makima. He does play on the human racial. Cloak of Shadows to follow. Got himself maybe a decent setup with a big Ibium. As long as he gets himself good setup on the Makima. Does get the big cleave. Stun right after. Big blade dance. Huge setup. Makima. I don't think he's going to be able to live this. Did you see him? Makima needs an escape right now. Not a lot of health. I think he just dies to the dots, right? Blind? No. Trinket. Blade dance. I think it's over. Oh, it does not get to give him a chance. My goodness. Well done. Bad Bunny and Rosie. Actually, both of them got 2. Not bad, not bad. That's an honor. Crazy. No honor is crazy. I mean, you guys can give each other honor those, but not necessarily have to, right? Alrighty. Let me get me in. If you got a spot, my man, I can do it. One more? Okay. Chills. Let me know if you're ready to go. Or if you need more bodies. 74. Beautiful. Let me know, my guy. I'm gonna get another one going. And then tonight I might actually work on a project. Ready? Alright. Let's do a what arena do we do? What have we not done that we usually do? I think we played through all of them, right? Let's do another Lord Run, because I feel like that Lord Run we did was kind of short. Let's do that. I don't think that arena helps. Oh. I was about to say, I don't think that arena helps any class in there. But now that I think about it, it probably helps rogues. What arena doesn't help rogues? Rook? No. No, Rook kind of does. There's enough, like, platforms to hide behind. For some reason it's not working. Let me do... Blades? Trying to see if we can get a Q, it's not working. Blades apparently work. Okay, I tried Chills and Rosie. I tried queuing for Rook. I tried queuing for Lordron. Didn't work. I did Blades, that one worked. So I have no idea. I have no clue. Maybe the other one's just bugged out or something. Okay, we'll put it over there. Beautiful. Blue Twitch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Chill Pills over on the Unholy Death Knight? No. Yes. Yes. Unholy Death Knight. For some reason I saw the Empowering Rune weapon and I was just like, Frost? No. Wait, Frost? No. I'm still so used to it. Like whenever I see a mage with a Ring of Fire, even though all 3 specs can use it, my brain immediately goes to Fire Mage. I'm still stuck there. Cute Druid as a balancer. We got us Makima as a rogue on the team. Rice, I think, might be going up first, as well as DJ as a Demon Hunter versus Bad Bunny over for the team 1. And on the team, we got us as Winx as a Evoker. We got Rosie. Parasite probably going up first with Janara as well. One of them rushing out, and it's going to be... I don't think those 2 ever got to duel each other. Rice versus Parasite. Trying to see if we can get some dots. This is going to be Parasite blinking all over the place, just running circles around the guy. Might be just... Oh! Rice didn't even get a chance. Didn't even get a second to even figure out what was happening. Just got stun locked and a big blade dance went down. I was thinking, is it going to be dispersed? No, Makima. Wait, why is Makima just out here also looking at his homie? Unless he's trying to go an honor duel to Parasite. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I know, right? Drink it immediately for Parasite before the Suburb even gets a chance. Wait, he leaves. Hold on. He just leaves. I guess he wanted to go in, blast out Rice, and just bail out Makima. Kind of left holding the bag now. Not much they can really do. Who's up next? I'm not sure what happened. One of you guys got to go next. What's supposed to be next? I'm not sure why he left like that. Did he just not want to duel a rogue? Or just like, you know what? I'm going to climb down, slam down the priest, blast him out of the way. Alright. Yeah, my mix is not working at all, by the way. I'm not sure what's happening. I am not sure. Yeah, did you figure it out later? I guess this is going to be Bad Bunny? Yeah, are they switching over Makima? Does Makima not want to go since they use cooldowns? I guess so. All right, maybe just put Makima over on the back burner then, yeah? Cheap shot by Bad Bunny. DJ taking huge hits back to back though. Already used the trinket, so he might be in a bit of a rough spot as he got himself the immunity. But Bad Bunny backing up out of there. Immunity does help him dampen and deal with the poison and the bleed damage. But now he's going to be taking the remnants of it little by little. Shadow For some reason I thought you were Assassination Rogue. Never mind. He does go in for a Shadow Strike. I don't know, for some reason it was a Bleed Rogue. Is it going to be Big Hunt? Oh, Bad Bunny. Wait, Cloak of Shadows last second? You almost died just now. That was rough. Does DJ find you? If you got him some Spectral Sight, he should be able to find you fairly easily. Or if he just randomly rushes in your direction, he could just randomly see you. Does go for the sap, almost ease the damage from the Immolation Aura. I feel like that thing does have quite a bit of a range to it. Does eat the damage, but yeah, confirmed, does not put you in combat because it lets it catch a reset either way though. Getting a shot, cheap shot back onto GJ, but I don't really know if GJ's going to be able to do much here. Secret technique, big blade dance. Bad Bunny doesn't have a lot of defenses to work with. I think he was Cloak of Shadows and evasion last time, but I think, yeah, DJ does end up collapsing all the damage on you, putting the bleeds, letting the raw take it down. As it's going to be Wings up next. Got him some immunity to CC. If he goes in, I don't think he even needs to do much right now. As long as he got mobility, he'll be okay. Rudo to DJ. Let's going to go for a cast. A big disintegrate. Does end up capping. And then he does get himself a proc to take him down. The Good Druid going to be up next. I don't think we actually get to see Wings properly get a chance to play here. I think that was his first proper duel, like decent dampener without like super, without being super behind. Q3 just kind of out here wants to say hello. Doesn't really want to give him a tough time. Let's just give him like an honor duel. And Wings taking the honor duel, but it's kind of like being careful with Q. It's like, is he going to just rush at me? Is he just going to randomly bash me? I'm not sure what's going on. Q just wants to hang out. He just wants to live up to his name, man. He just wants to be a happy little tree. I'm not mad at that at all. But you got to duel him at some point. Dampening. That's ramping up little by little. So Wings maybe can get himself. I was gonna say maybe can get somehow an opener onto Q Druid. I don't think he does it unless he just randomly deep breaths down the middle. Does get to sleep into a CC empowerment, but let's give Wings an opportunity. Maybe Big Go versus Q Druid does go through the full empowerments with a wall to make sure he can't be interrupted. Solar Beam does nothing to him. Q Druid trying to see if he can fight through him. Trinket by the Evoker. Got him some disintegrates back to back onto Q Druid. Getting the procs he needs while Mastery buff is super high. Getting most value onto the Druid too. Able to just keep disintegrating. Does end up beaming him down. Hold on a second. It's been a while since I've seen the Evoker do this well in a while. Blind but triples immediately as he yoings the dragon over. Try to see if he can use mobility to get out of the way. Does get stunned up by the main pet. MS up for chill pills, cannot break it. Wings, there isn't much you can really do. Literally, glass cannon. That is Evoker for you. Not much you can do once your cooldowns have been spent. You got a lot of aggressive damage, and it does a lot of a lot of pressure, a lot of output. But once you sent everything, that's about all you can do. I do like I feel like I do kind of miss the damage profile that Evokers used to have. Remember when they would just go in, big empowerment, Fire Breath at rank 4 would like tip the scales, right? Instant cast Fire Breath into a Eternity Surge with a Shatter, and that was enough to almost one-shot somebody. Or if not, get them like 80% of their health done. Was busted, but also a lot of fun. You know what I mean? As it's going to be Chills trying to see if he can get himself a better angle versus Janara. If he can get himself the cooldowns ramped up together with full Army of the Dead, blast out Janara, put a Chain of Ice, walk away, jump under the bridge and just avoid Janara, let the dots and the pets do work. That could work pretty well. Got his pet fully empowered up. Could go with a pet stun in order to get himself a primer. Got himself an entire Army of the Dead as well. It's gonna be a trick on Janara. Chopas does eat a IBF, or does eat a Stormbolt. I was thinking he was gonna IBF out of it, but no human racial just to break out of there. Janara with a parry. Got him some maybe a decent setup, as the pets are going to be slowly surrounding Janara, going for the bleed, maybe having your ability. Rallying Cry already used up. Chilpa's just got to wait this out until Rallying Cry falls off. Got him some Chain of Ice onto the warrior. All you need to do is slow him down, let him get surrounded by the Army of the Undead, let the diseases really do their work, maybe get a couple of Clawing Shadows from a distance. But the warrior can close the gap if he gets line of sight. Quick charge, maybe even a quick leap right around the corner. Should be able to find the guy pretty easily. Jills just needs himself a big stun, or just a couple of Clawing Shadows, or even a Death Coil. Hold on a second, maybe just one more Clawing. Oh, reflected a stun back at the guy. Well, there's that. Huh. Rosie last to left over for the team one. Try to give Chilpos at least as much of an honor duel as possible. Is going to be able to leap on him either way though. Chills, that's a pretty high, well, pretty lowish gameplay to work with. I don't know if it's going to be enough to survive, but he's going to get the army of the undead joining in. Pet fully empowered stun into Rosie. Does go in for more resources. Might be looking at death pack really early here. Does go for the death pack. Not a lot of health to work with. Try to see if he can maybe give himself a bit more survivability. Big apocalypse is Rosie. I mean, left with no help whatsoever. Makim was the last one to blast him out. Does go in for the bash right after, but Makim with the human racial. I don't know how Rosie makes it out of here. Does go for the stun. Cyclone, maybe if you just run off. Hold on, if you just run and go for as much self-healing as possible, catch yourself a reset, maybe you can make someone work. Got yourself friends regen. Hold on a second. Maybe has a chance. Maybe stands some sort of a chance. It's only 35% dampener. Cheap shot. Makim at this point used up a lot of the cooldowns, unless it's still got Secret Technique. Does have secret. There's a lot of damage. Rosie with a quick stun. Cyclone is going to be very hard. Or no, it's not. It is a full Cyclone. Maybe you can just have some more survivability. I think you just got to find a way to like put a Moonfire into Makima or a root on him or something. Anything that could help. No. Or I think he's lagging. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. Not much you can do about it. Makima is at least giving you like an opportunity, sort of, kind of. That's rough. That's rough. Hate to end duels on that, man. With that kind of a finisher. He's giving as much of a chance to come back, though. He's giving it at least a chance. That is unfortunate, man. For Evoker, Devastation spec is enough. They should have given a melee spec like Enhanced Shaman, but related to a dragon. I feel like Devastation should be a little bit more devastating to play against. Right? I feel like maybe that's what they should have done. They should have let Devastation be a little bit more devastating than it is. But yeah. But a melee spec, a lot of people wanted to give him like a melee spec. But they were against it. They didn't want to add too many melee in the game. Nerf Diva Evoker, Devastation. Are they that strong? Chills in like arenas? Like in solos? Because they got a lot of burst, so I imagine that translates pretty well into like a pretty big one-shot. Good idea, prune Evokers. Really? I don't really know if they require pruning, but who knows, right? Yeah, give Evoker Natharian Cataclysm. Like a melee Evoker? Yeah, maybe. They were against giving Evokers like a proper melee class because they didn't want to give too many. They've added too many melee classes into the game and we're just crowding like the melee spots in raid, and adding an extra melee would have created probably more problems because they already have so many melee that don't even get a chance to play, right? Red Pallies actually get a chance to play unless it's like a prop. Healers are also melee, like full on melee, like Mystery Wars are treated as a melee healer. Prop Holy Paladins are treated as a melee healer, so they basically are a melee. That's an extra melee spot that's getting taken up that a rogue or a warrior could have taken. You bring one warrior because you have to, bring one rogue because you have to, bring one demon hunter because you have to. Feral druid can be switched out for Boomkin, so that's a melee that doesn't get a chance. Survival hunter can be switched out for another hunter, also another melee that doesn't really get a chance to play. So it's a little unfortunate. Like, I feel like it would have been fun to have a melee evoker spec. I just don't know how it would have worked out for meta, right? But if it was fun, I think people would have still made it work. So maybe right. Maybe. Oh, bro. Let's see. Have to wait and see. Evoker just got a quota class. It's designed as horror. You can tell they wanted to flash a new class to sell the expansion. I don't know. I don't think Evoker's that bad. Like playing them, like Preservation is an incredibly fun class. Like it's really well designed. Like in the combos and abilities you can do, it's very different from every other healer. Yeah, like if you play Preservation, WiFi reset, I'll get. Preservation, I wouldn't agree it was just a quota class. I think that one's actually really fun. It's very similar to Mistweaver or like Druid, that it's a throughput class. It's not like an absorb class, but I don't think they were trying to make it one. But I like the way that it was designed. Like Season 1 initially, Mythic Plus in particular, was really fun to play. Devastation, I feel like kind of fell out by the wayside. Mostly because Augmentation got really good. And just, I think they could maybe do a bit of a facelift for Devastation. Just a little. But like the design itself is not terrible. it's handful of abilities, but the way you use your abilities all was like all made a pretty decent difference in terms of like how you played. And like when you would use the empowerment abilities, your situation kind of dictated it. Wasn't bad at the very beginning. Where it got a little silly, I think, was when you added augmentation, and I kind of took over the DPS priority as a buff class, because that one is like really easy to play. And like a lot of that uniqueness about the evoker that you saw with preservation or devastation kind of went out of the window. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't think WoW was in a position which focus should be on a new class who just worked with what they had. I think I feel like it's a damned if I do, damned if I do situation. A lot of people expect with a new expansion to get a new class, or like a major rework for classes that we already have, or like a new race, right? So when you got BFA, was it BFA that did none of those things? Yeah, BFA or Shadowlands that did none of those things. Like, people were disappointed, and there wasn't nearly as much excitement. Like, people like new stuff. GG's was fun. Thank you for voting. Thanks so much for coming by, Rue. We'll be doing more next week. Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. Why add more classes when they could do add new classes by fixing the specs that already exist? They're kind of doing that sort of like a new class, but not really adding a new one with hero talents. But I don't disagree. Like, I do hope they continue doing like big reworks for classes. Like, Rogue rework has been good for rogues. It made them stronger. Demon Hunter rework has been really good. Mage rework when they did that was really good. I just think more classes need to get a rework. EU versus NA set it up. Dude, we can't unless we do PTR. That's the only way we can do it. That's the only way we can do EU versus NA is on PTR. And EU ain't gonna do it, man. It's too much of a lag. It's too much of lag, man. At some point, maybe. You know what? When we get into the alpha and the beta of the next expansion is when we could do EU versus NA. How does that sound? Because more people will be playing and hopping on with that. Probably like an hit with Shaman, but the Demon Hunter raw damage instead of a bleed from Feral. A burn effect, but yeah, make it how I can see how it could be a problem. Yeah, it would just replace. I feel like it's hard for them to make a new class without replacing a role, or maybe making a role that becomes like a must-have. Like, they made Evoker, and it basically like Preservation replaced Wrestle Druid and Mistweaver, or super classes in general. And they put in mechanics in a raid where you wanted an Evoker with like the some of their mobility stuff, so they would kind of replace a certain healers with certain range DPS. They're replacing like whatever DPS would get PI, so like Mage with a 2-minute buff. Instead of Combustion Mage, you would have a Devastation Evoker. They did basically more damage, more or less. And then they were like, all right, we'll make something really cool that's really good. And they did. Augmentation was really good. In fact, too good. And it felt mandatory, especially in Season 2. A little bit less so in Season 3, but like if you are bringing an Evoker, you bring a Devastation because you're like, all right, we'll just take advantage of the whole like cut, you know? Please do this attorney server. That'd be so fun if they did like a solo thing and they made it an event. And yeah, I think it'd be cool if they promoted it. Would have loved to do it. Just straight up cheating now, apparently, out of starting area in order to jump early. Was he actually? I didn't even notice, Wes. Had no idea. We did have a lot of rogues this week, though, man. We'll see how next week goes. But yeah, I will tell Bliss I will. But yeah, chills. I do hope they keep doing like more class revamps. I'm surprised they're not doing any huge revamps for 10-5. I feel like that could have been a pretty good time to do it. Maybe they're waiting until like Hall of Fame is closed, and then they'll probably do like one for 10-6, 10-7, whatever they do with it. But I hope they continue like doing class revamps, because not every class is like enough. I'd say some of them in a great spot. Some probably could use a face up, like Hunter in general. That whole class, all 3 specs, you know. Recommendation, but a bit more big number self-damage than support. That's where I'm Devastation. Yeah. Too bad, like, I feel like Devastation is perfectly fine to play right now. It's just, if you compare Devastation and Augmentation, like, you can break Dev, but you would be missing out on, like, the tanky buff, or the group's healing, or the group utility, or the group survivability buff that Aug brings. So it's like, Dev by itself isn't bad. It's just the buff that Augmentation brings is just a lot of people have seen how strong it was in Season 2, and like, they're still valued in Season 3. Even though right now I feel like you could run a dungeon without an Aug, right? Like bring, let's say, a Rogue, Mage, Demon Hunter as your DPS choices for like a Black Hold, and you'll do just as well, if not better, than if you brought an Aug for some of the fights. Lasers are fun. I do hope they go back and find a way to like retune Augmentation and Devastation, where you can play one or the other. I don't like how Devastation basically just like sidelined out of the picture completely. And I think if they could find, I don't know, maybe make both devastation and augmentation be a buff class, right? Except augmentation, let's say, buffs it directly with the empowerment mechanic, while devastation does damage, and the more damage they do, the more they empower their allies. Without losing damage, but like give some kind of a buff maybe. I don't know, something like that, right? Or maybe it provides the same tanky buff, right? Same tanky buff, and maybe like some kind of like a damage window. Like their deep breath, maybe it does the same, collects damage of your allies or whatever. But in like solo or 3-man content, it doesn't do that maybe? So it's just more stronger deep breath? Like a scaling thing or something, right? Consider roleplay? Yeah. Yeah. I think it'd be cool if they just made them a little bit like more even to one another, you know? But I don't think you're gonna be able to do that without reducing the power of dev and just buffing their like buff mechanic, or reducing the buff output of AUG, increasing their damage. But I think if you were to do that, they would remove that uniqueness that they created. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they would do that. I think there'd be one solution, but I don't think they would do that though. To make a tank evoker. I imagine, dude, tank evoker, like a Warlock and SOD. I feel that if they were to have, they probably could have, yeah, they probably could have. I feel like if they made evokers a tank, that would have given them like, you could play dev and it wouldn't, like, you would still play DPS. If you play healing evoker, perfectly fine, doesn't really learn anything. I feel like as soon as they made AUG, it's just way too good because it's like a really middle ground role. Kind of does both, sort of, kind of. Support definitely helps out a ton. The healing they do is great. And the damage of the provider is more than valuable. If they did do a tank, I think they would have actually had like a role that wouldn't have overshadowed everything else, potentially. I mean, it probably would have been a strong competitive tank, if anything. But like, you could still play like an AUG tank and like a dev, or an AUG tank and an AUG healer, right? You could probably make some kind of like a comp that kind of sort of works, right? But yeah, any class have a tank spec, DPS spec, and a healing spec. Paladins, tank, heal, DPS. Or druids, tank, heal, DPS, ranged and melee. Or I think that's it, right? No, monks, tank, heal, and DPS. Yeah, so there are classes that have a tank, heal, and DPS. Augs, I think, could have maybe, or evokers could have maybe been like also a tank, heal, and DPS. But I really didn't want more melee. Like, they felt melee was crowding. They're not wrong. I think melee DPS. I don't know about a tank role, but a melee DPS for certain. Yeah. Because like RIP survival hunters, right? You don't really get to see them play a lot. Or boss mage, as far as DKs for that matter. Mostly on holy right now. But yo, chat, we'll call it here. I'm actually nicked my finger and I'm bleeding, so I'm gonna put a band-aid on it. But boys, thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I'm streaming over the next 2 days. Rogue's banned from now on. No, we'll come back next week. We'll see. We'll address the situation again next week, Kura. How did that sound? Well, we'll call it here for now. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food, gonna chill, probably get some work done. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or Monday. I'm still iffy about those. It depends how much work I get done tonight, is whether I'll stream tomorrow or Monday. I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know on Discord. Join our Discord, by the way, if you haven't yet. Yeah, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Duels next week, Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. It'll come back, I know, by Tuesday, but either Monday or tomorrow is when I'll be back for doing all stuff. Yeah, I got a couple of things I gotta do with alts and whatnot. I really gotta put a band-aid on my thumb. But appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Peace.